Lux, no Obama. No Obama. Yeah. You know how we're living. It ain't right. We gotta realign ourselves. Realign ourselves to what is right. What is right? Let me explain. Hey yo, we live according to eternal universal principles. We align ourselves to what is just, moral, and invincible. We find the truth and we accept it as it is. We need it all. We don't ever underestimate ourselves, not at all.
What's up, y'all? Fourth installment of the Sound Song Selections in your directions of the SoundPath to Freedom, in case you might need them towards, keeping your mind on track in where it's exactly supposed to be aligned to in regards to universal principles, natural law, hermetically sealed, you know, principles that we all can all relate to, and music is so palpable and exotic in the ways that it can portray these things. And we have five individuals here to share some songs that pertain a little bit to these things. So just gonna pass the mic right over. We got a new face in the place with Chris Callahan. And what's up, my man?
What's up, man? Thanks, Derek. Happy to be here. Chris Callahan. Got a YouTube page, Love Wisdom Freedom, and I've got a website. I haven't got it all put up, but plan to put some more stuff out there. But happy to be here. Obviously, I love music and see the value and the importance of it, and how it can help spread the truth. So thanks for having me.
Yeah, Theo Lux also got a YouTube page, got a website, nettylaw.com, also on Bandcamp, Love Forever. And I'm also working on the soundpath.org with Jerry. So we got that going on. Yeah, happy to be here.
Hey everyone, I'm Jerry Cabazzuto from GodIsLoveTruthLife.com or GodIsLoveTruthFreedom.com, because a life without freedom is not a life worth living. I also am the founder of the Liberation Academy Education, and I'm happy to be here.
Hey guys, I'm Nathan Webb. I am an organizer here with the SoundPath team, and this is kind of my first endeavor into media creation, but I'll be coming out with my own website and channels going forward. And I want to talk a lot about like meditation and shadow work and personal development. That'll be a big focus. But yeah, tonight's about music, and I'm also a musician, and I'll be giving some music to the festival also. And yeah, I guess I'll close it out with that. But yeah, let's see what we got tonight. Should be fun.
Whoa, you gotta satisfy my curiosity and others, especially with what music or musical instrument you play, or if you're
Oh, yeah, what?
wordsmith.
Well, I play piano mostly, like keyboard and guitar, but I'm not very expert with guitar at all. But most of the music I do is with Logic, on the Mac. So like working with synthesizers and drum kits and all that. And so it's like electronic and hip hop, conscious hip hop beats. I might start rapping too, but I'm more into singing. I'm more of a singer than a rapper. But Theo here has got me pretty inspired. I listened to his latest that EP. I forget what it was called, but that was pretty awesome, man. Like, and I know you just
Saga?
started out with rapping. Yeah, Saga. That was awesome. Yeah, and your beats were really good too.
Yeah,
So yeah, that
Theo,
was cool.
you
Yeah.
gotta mention that real quick before we get things
Yeah.
started, man. That's fucking, pretty monumental going on with you right now. So what's good with that, yo? You dropped a new EP,
I
man.
appreciate it,
What a
guys.
beat.
Yeah, it's just my first rap mixtape. I got a little raps with internal monarchy before that, but it was not. It was more like poeticism. It was not really proper rap, I suppose. So I really went full in with this one. Currently, it's still only on my Bandcamp, but it should be out worldwide to all the streaming services on the 21st, so in a few days.
Awesome.
Share it everywhere.
Awesome.
Yeah, that was good. It was really good, man.
Yeah, thoroughly impressed with that, brother. Great effort on that all around. And you supplied the lyrics and the sound, which is quite profound, and I appreciate that. And yeah, that's something I like to highlight on my channel, AwakenYaMind, with my music mixes that I have going on and all that stuff. I got the Dissolve and Divide stuff. I don't need to plug in a whole lot of stuff. But I'm gonna take the dibs on the first selection, if you don't mind. I've always hosted all these ones and kind of like, as the humble host, always be last. But in this one, I just want to go firsties one time. So yeah.
Yeah.
Because I got a special treat that maybe some of y'all saw before. I put this out in 2018 or 19. It was a snippet from it was actually a cool cut that I made with the three wise men that I have in my life and learnings with Seth Exposa, Mark Passio, and Manly B. Hall. I sound sample folks like them over beats and stuff throughout my music mixes. And this is a really cool cut that I took from a mix titled Consciousness Rising. And it could be surprising, tantalizing, enticing. We'll see. I'm just trying to be a little bit inviting, but without further ado, what it do?
And will we ever awaken your mind?
I'm going to send you on a journey.
Rise up, mixtape.
Pushing suckers' consciousness to the next level.
What can we do to improve matters? We who are only tiny units in this mighty seething mass of humanity. It is only by units rising above the rest and becoming more civilized that we shall finally arrive at a higher civilization of the race as a whole.
Let me read that sentence again, folks, because it's probably the most important sentence in this essay. It is only by units rising above the rest and becoming more civilized that we shall finally arrive at a higher civilization of the race as a whole. The quantum effect that I've been talking about, that many people have been talking about.
Jump through the hole.
Rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up.
Jump through the hole into the other world.
By means of which the wanderer returns home to the spiritual homeland from which he came. It is a part of a journey, and the journey up through the chakras and up through the Sushumna Nadi are all journeys toward reality, toward the self, toward the infinite, which we are all seeking to understand. So in alchemy, there can be no rising upward into the higher levels of consciousness except through a kind of meditative discipline.
And for us to mentally, emotionally, physically, etherically, and spiritually rise to a higher plane of existence in consciousness, in soul and spirit, potentially fully integrated here in the physical as it was in the beginning, has become the cause. The art and methods of rising above the lower plane.
The gym is dedicated to all unoptimistics that thought I wasn't coming out with some exquisite
keeping it conscious, project after project, words of forward progress.
I'm sticking to my comments, never rap nonsense. The metaphoric title of my table of contents. Check it out, let me take you to a land where you can be what you want to be with the cosmic image.
One life, one destination, planet elevation. Meet me at the station. We on a journey, face it. What's next with no turning back?
It's on this mystical journey.
Visualize infinite individual eyes when they realize the way we make the spiritual rise. The truth I inscribe on your mind, then I watch that imprint rise.
Oh my God, that was amazing, Derek.
Yeah, that was dope.
Excellent. I'm honored to be in your company.
No way. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I forgot to put the caveat real quick that you know, the mixes that I did, a lot of times I didn't really put visuals to them, and taking a little sample, that was like 4.5 minutes. It's like, yeah, let's throw some visuals in it. Let's make it, pop and whatever, make it more interesting and all that stuff. And so, yeah, it's really, all these things are kind of an experiment, and like, I blow myself away at some of the work that I've done in the past, even today, even when I was making it in the past, I was like, damn, did I just really make that type of stuff? Like, some things just line up so synchronously when I'm doing this work. Sometimes it's so amazing, just being in line with the octaves and the melodies and the visuals and stuff and the lyrics and all this. It's, wow, yeah. It's not all on point, but yeah, it's hard to be like 100% like every word for word and stuff. And like, you see other music videos that we're probably going to get into that do that stuff, and so blown away and impressed and like, wow, how do they do that? Right. So yeah. I don't even know how to do some of the stuff I did in the past sometimes. But
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. Hearing Manly Hall with a good beat like that was really refreshing. Trying to listen to some of his lectures. Obviously, there's a lot of great information, but sometimes, man, it could make you tired. And putting it to a beat like that, I mean, I think you could add a lot of value like that, even just trying to get some lectures like that and make them more digestible for folks with the music. I think could be a pretty powerful thing. Just hearing it like that was pretty inspiring. So that was really cool.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's a dope shit, Derek. Really dig that, and it's audio visual as well. It's not just it's not just that like turntablism that you got going on with the track, but you also got that cool music video to go along with it. So it's a really cool little thing, and yeah, I love that turntablism style of DJ. I used to really dig into it back in the day, and actually, that's kind of where I started my own sort of music journeys, with kind of being into that scratching, like DJ scratching. I used to scratch on Virtual DJ way back in the day, like when I was 11 years old or something. I used to scratch on Virtual DJ. I was really into that. So yeah.
What did you think, Nathan? Oh, it looks like you're muted, Nathan.
I apologize. I forgot I was muted, but yeah, that was amazing though, and I really, really like that idea of having Mark and Manly and then Sethicus with music. I mean, for young people, I feel like that would make it so accessible for them, and like that would open up their mind. Like they'd come across this song, then they'd hear this like timeless wisdom and be like, whoa, wait a second, like that's really profound. So yeah, I really like that idea. That's awesome. And good job mixing it together. Yeah, really cool. And I actually want to do projects like that too, like if I have time, when I can get around to it. Yeah, so awesome.
Yeah, I think it's a really great way to introduce to the masses these excerpts from great works, so that they're forced to go through their own trivium process to research and dig deeper into these people's works, right? And so it's really an invitation to the listener to reach a higher plane of consciousness within themselves. So very deep metaphorical layers there.
I just want to add to the visuals really did take it up another notch. You know, I feel like you really can grasp the message so much more with the video added onto it, and it really shows the power of having those two medias combined. And you know, I think you can really convey a message with music, with lyrics, and the right visuals all together. You can really get the message across, and definitely going to be the best way to get it across to younger folks. That was great.
Dude, where do you get your B-roll?
What roll?
Your B-roll for your isn't that the terminology? Your video clips throughout. Like, where are you?
I just snapped them up from so many other videos that I've seen in the past and stuff. You watch so many documentaries and stuff, and secret to my sauce, if you will, boss, is I'll take just like screenshots, or if I'm watching a video, I'm like, holy smokes, those visuals are really cool. I'll either put them in a playlist. I'll save them on a playlist, or I'll download them directly, or I'll take a screenshot to revisit them later. Rename them like, visuals, something like that. And then, put them in folders and organize them to degrees and stuff. And, when you have certain, projects going on in mind and stuff, and that it correlates with certain keywords, and it's like, oh yeah, I got to go back and forth all the time, all day long, while we sing that song. But yeah. It's something that I was so deep in I was like, everything that I did was just about like these music mixes and stuff, like nothing else. I didn't do any of these podcasts and stuff. So sorry, Theo, you were gonna say something?
I know, I was just gonna make a funny comment that like you're surfing the secret sauce of synchronicity.
Yeah. Voila. Yeah. Yeah, so shall we continue with the next song? Yeah. Nathan, what's going on with the Diesel Automatic?
Should we do that one, or could we play the IMA one first?
Yeah, sure.
The acoustic. So this is the everyone's probably heard that song now. Maybe not in the audience, but Carmageddon. This is the acoustic version plus video of Carmageddon. And I chose it because of the way she's singing in this performance is really like just so authentic and raw, and she's just like expressing such important things that so many people are feeling, like even if they don't say it, in their everyday life, or if they don't like bring up these topics with people, like everyone's feeling these things. And she's talking about such important things too. So so that's I guess that's the short version of why I chose it. But yeah, let's go ahead and run it.
Run it down. All right. Mic's on mute, and let's compute.
I open up my phone on a Monday morning, staring at my screen. I'm tired and a little lonely. Mr. Muskie says some shit that left so angry. Twitter wars and Gaza, man, it's overwhelming. Maybe that's how life becomes, man. People less important than a profit line. No one cares about your dreams, just pay your tax on time. Keep scrolling. Hold me near to you now. Gender, guns, religion, and abortion rights. You better pick a tribe and ain't the other side. Keep scrolling. Man-made virus, watch the millions die. Biggest profit of their lives. Here's inflation, that's your prize. This is Carmageddon. Turn on the news and eat their lies. Kim or Kanye, pick a side. Cancel culture, what a vibe. This is Carmageddon. Corporations swear they never lie. Politicians bribe for life. More than war, it's genocide. This is Carmageddon. Welcome to the chaos of the times. If you go left and I go right, pray we make it out alive. This is Carmageddon. Fashion week, celebs lose wrists. Balenciaga, how's the kiss? Just as Stray Keys losing beat. Kendrick killed him in his sleep. This track's about beating up your queen. While women dying doesn't cause a scene. While we're fed all these distractions. Kids are killed from Israel's action. I'ma speak my mind. Sick to death of all these crazy lies. The circus for humanity's decline. We just wanna breathe for life. Give the people back their rights. And I still gotta be, cause Fauci's laughing and we're gonna see. And who's the lioness running deep? Big pharma gonna eat. They the devil make them weak. Man-made virus, watch the millions die. Biggest profit of their lives. Here's inflation, that's your prize. This is Carmageddon. Turn on the news and eat their lies. Kim or Kanye, pick a side. Cancel culture, what a vibe. This is Carmageddon. Corporations swear they never lie. Politicians bribe for life. More than war is genocide. This is Carmageddon. Welcome to the chaos of the times. If you go left and I go right, pray we make it out alive. This is Carmageddon.
Amazing.
Yeah, right. Such a good song. And that performance is so authentic and just, yeah, beautiful. She's singing about things that are super important, bringing up topics that, you know, everyone should be concerned about. You know, like, yeah, the pandemic and what's going on in Israel, which is, you know, so fucking hard to watch, as everyone knows. But yeah, you guys have any thoughts?
I I only heard the sort of main version, and on a vocal level was really struck by her dynamic range hearing this acoustic version, because I was struck in the sort of more poppy version of, wow, she sounds like she has a sort of pop voice, but here she has a sort of breathy quality to her voice when she sings, as well as a sort of like country twang that she adds, like kind of stuff. But yeah, just she's an excellent vocalist, firstly, and then yeah, the lyrics are tragic, and the way she sings it with such like delicate sort of softness when it's such a heavy, like weighty, dense topic, like that contrast is like, ooh, that hurts. Good stuff.
Well said, Jerry.
Yeah, I thought the you know, the acoustic version is just I think it seems to be so much more powerful. You know, it really is. It kind of cuts out all that extra and really makes it about the lyrics. You know, there's enough of that beat to really let you feel it, but it's really about the message. And I like how she, you know, brings up the whole dialectic idea that you know, divide and conquer, and all the distractions, and kind of how, you know, all this is going on, and people really, you know, aren't really even focused on what's really going on, and are fighting over a bunch of crap that doesn't matter, and really could care less at the end of the day.
Why would that be?
Wow, this is my first time listening to this song at all.
Oh shit!
Oh, sorry.
No, go for it. I want to hear what you got to say. It's a first timer.
All right, cool. Yeah. Is she popular? Like, what's the numbers on the official version of that?
That probably has like 4 million views on YouTube.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it's pretty
Oh,
big. Yeah.
that gives me hope.
Yeah, even
Yeah.
on alternative media
Yeah, that's good.
platforms, it's pretty popular as well.
Yeah.
Even on like Brighteon and BitChute. Yeah.
Yeah, wow, because that really hits, like what she's saying. It's really spot on. So really glad that this stuff is getting popular now. It's about time. Took a little while for people to kind of accept that truth, but we got to start somewhere, right? And yeah, uh, yeah, it's quite hard hitting, and at the same time, kind of low key. At least this acoustic version. So, like Jay mentioned, it's got this kind of contrast going on for it, which is makes it really kind of get inside of you. It's like kind of it resonates in some deeper level, and what else? Yeah, the fact that it's called Karmageddon, I think that's really a genius way to call this the song. I think it's the name of the song, right? And so and kind of what's going on. Yeah, it is a Karmageddon, right? It is like people's karma, the collective karma, kind of revealing itself. So very, very good.
The green language on that, it's like karma getting, like you're getting your karma.
Fuck yeah. I'm getting what you're getting at. And yeah, there's yeah, she brought up a lot of interesting terms, even some buzzwords, if you will, that have been kind of made buzzwords, but she's just kind of like going down the laundry list, obviously, like cancel culture and the Kim or the Kanye or the Kendrick, like pick a side. Like, why? Like, it ain't all fucking black and white or whatever the fuck. Like, it's either this or that. No, I don't want none of that whack shit, dude. Fuck out of here. Like, so yeah, like it's like she's like, so this is what we're stuck with. Do this or that. She's like trying to show the mirror of society in a sense, like you either have this or that, and you're stuck on the checkerboard, plane of duality type of thing. And I like the fact that a lot of acoustic songs highlight the lyrics a lot more, so you can like really understand what they're saying, and when like the vocalist is really in their element and showing their quality, right? Yeah, those lyrics really shine through, and it hits that much fucking harder. I love that stuff. Yeah, even just a cappella, like folks got that gab. Ooh, give me some of that. Yeah. And yeah, she's talking about just the whole, we got the cancel culture and people on social media doing whatever and just scrolling on by, whatever. It's like they're scrolling so hard, they got scoliosis, watch out. It's a new disease coming up. They're going to diagnose that shit in the next 10 years. Watch out, young folks.
Yeah, it's exactly what the controllers want. Is they want people focused on trivialities, and they want people distracted and pulled down into lower levels of consciousness and focused on petty drama, and not stopping and meditating and seeing the bigger picture, and then acting with an integrity in regards to what's going on and stuff. So yeah, she obviously brings that up and portrays that for everyone to understand. Yeah, I guess that's all I'll say for now. Does anyone else want to add anything else? Should we go to the next song?
Thank you for sharing this one.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know there was an acoustic version. I think I prefer it to the original, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it hits harder. I think everyone felt that way. Yeah, I agree. I think it's more powerful. Yeah.
I think it's a nice one because, I try to share a lot of reggae with people, but having different styles that are a little more digestible for other types of people who like different kinds of music, and this kind of conveys that message in a different package, which I really like.
Yeah.
And I really like how you stated that because it's a great segue to introduce the song you chose, which kind of alludes to the colors of the flag you got behind you and that kind of stuff. And
Yeah, so I'm the first song I picked is Red, Gold, and Green. Really, the two main reasons I wanted to start with this is one, I think it conveys the message of really what the point of reggae music is, and really it's to try and spread the truth, but in a way that's going to have people, it's like really exponentially um, increasing the voice of truth, whether people even get it or not. Like Damien says in the song, like some of them wear the colors and them not do them research, but they sing along just like we rehearsed. And so it's like whether you get it or not, you're out there repeating it and you're getting the message, you're singing it to other people, and the voice is elevated, and whether you get it or not. And so it's helping and it's working on the subconscious, and it may be a more subtle way or not the only way that's going to get you there, but it's still getting that message there, and is helping to prime the soil for when you do find the other teacher, maybe that's going to help bring it all in. And the other reason is I think it really helps to I think I've come to understand that reggae, like many other mystical traditions, is very symbolic, and a lot of people are hearing things and taking it very literally. And if you kind of can understand, you can, some of the symbolism, you can better decode what they're actually trying to say. A lot of people don't understand when they say like things like Haile Selassie, for example. Yeah, that is what they called the emperor of Ethiopia, and for many reasons, and they do exalt him as kind of a higher being. But at the same time, the etymology of that just means power of the Trinity. And so, really, what that means is being in alignment with your thoughts, emotions, and actions. And so, if they looked at him as somebody who had attained that, he was in alignment with his thoughts, emotion, and his actions, and he was an example who led through his actions and through his words and his rhetoric. And so they did call him that, and they do hold him in that high regard. But it's also referring to our ability to be in alignment with our thoughts, our emotions, and the inactions. And like the lion, for example, also means sovereignty, which also just means the ruler of the self. And so when they're talking about a lion, we need to be a lion, or a lion needs to lead the pride. It's somebody who is in alignment with themselves and has attained self mastery. So it's like we need to when they're talking about people who have figured out the truth, who have come into alignment with themselves and are now putting that back out there. And so it's just so awesome, because it's really the message we're all trying to put out, just somewhat encoded in symbolism, and but with a great sound too. So I love it. But it's a great video too. And before I really actually got it, I was singing along. So it works just like he talks about. I think it's great.
Dude, I've been listening to your Spotify playlist for the SoundPath Conscious Reggae playlist. Me and my kids listen to that all day. Like,
awesome, me too.
It's excellent.
That's basically all I'm listening
selections to. For those that are unaware, maybe we can figure out a way to link it again or something.
For sure.
Yeah, we should definitely have that, in the show description and all that stuff. That good old nattylaw.com and our good old affiliates and all that stuff. So yeah, let's get
John wants to say hi real quick.
Yeah, buddy. You want to hear some good reggae, brother?
You want to listen? No, he said no.
Well, too late.
banner from you know your soul clean. Red, gold and green, red, gold and green. Roots reggae music up in your bloodstream. Red, gold and green, red, gold and green. Every corner, every lane, every scheme. Red, gold and green, red, gold and green. Yes or nothing, no. This are the energy, the people, them been locking reggae beat. This are not trapping, all who feel like them are tapping, really sleeping, and them napping while me flying round the world. Think man a genie like Aladdin, and for water down the message just be streaming. I'm not having people in a foreign say them not get no good music, so me go on in at the booth and then record like man a Cupid. Hit the target when me shoot it, it no hard to execute this lyrics. God me don't tell it for watch me prove it. Red, gold and green, red, gold and green. Wave the banner from you know your soul clean. Red, gold and green, red, gold and green. Roots reggae music up in your bloodstream. Red, gold and green, red, gold and green. Every corner, every lane, every scheme. Red, gold and green, red, gold and green. Yes or nothing, know where we mean.
Hear me now. 3 colors run the 4 corners of the earth, the 5 oceans, 7 seas, 7 wonders of the world. Jah bust the 7 seals and sound the trumpets of your word of 1892, the 7th month, the 23rd. Unto us a son was given, unto us a child was birthed. The King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, I listen, Lassie, I the first. Some of them are weird the colors and them now do them research. Don't sing along just like we rehearsed. Red, gold and green, red, gold and green.
Wave the banner from you know your soul clean.
Red, gold and green, red, gold and green.
Roots reggae music up in your bloodstream.
Red, gold and green, red, gold and green.
Every corner, every lane, every scheme.
Red, gold and green, red, gold and green.
Yes or nothing, know what me mean. Lock off Babylon, them heartbeat. When the Rasta start speak, enough of them a blaspheme. And I make a dark scene until we walk in with the red, gold and green. And every man turning a king, every woman turn queen. The red of it, the shedding up, the blood will set we free. The gold stand for justice and equality. The green is for abundance and fertility. And the lion stand for sovereignty.
Red, gold and green, red, gold and green.
Wave the banner from you know your soul clean.
Red, gold and green, red, gold and green.
Roots reggae music up in your bloodstream.
Red, gold and green, red, gold and green.
Every corner, every lane, every scheme.
Red, gold and green, red, gold and green.
Yes or nothing, know where we mean.
Red, gold and green, red, gold and green.
Wave the banner from you know your soul clean.
Red, gold and green, red, gold and green.
Roots reggae music up in your bloodstream.
Red, gold and green, red, gold and green.
Every corner, every lane, every scheme.
Red, gold and green, red, gold and green.
Yes or nothing, know where we mean.
Oh man, that's like, okay, I'm just gonna say it. Like Damien's like my favorite like Marley, okay? Of after Bob Marley. He just gets it and he just delivers excellent, clean execution.
It's a jam. It's hard not to dance to that one. But the other thing with that one, and I love how they have all the colors are kind of black and white except the red, gold, and green, so it really kind of accentuates those. And they even show the visuals to kind of go along with, like they show the woman who's pregnant in the green to symbolize fertility and abundance. And I think it's great. I did just want to add a little bit more the symbolism, just so I kind of had that put out there for people and to help with things going forward. So I just writ down a few things, if that was all right to go through real quick. Cool. So I just, obviously they use Jah, and that's just in reference to God, or the creator of the universe. They really use it. It's just a shortened version of Yod He Vav He, or Yahweh. But it actually shows up in the King James version of the Bible in Psalms. And so I thought that was pretty interesting, because even people who are very Christian, you can they look at it as like a weird way to say God, but it's actually even consistent with their own doctrine, which I thought was funny. But Haile Selassie, as I mentioned, in Ge'ez, which is the Ethiopian language, the etymology of Haile is power of, and Selassie is Trinity. So it just means power of the Trinity again, or being in alignment with our thoughts, emotions, and actions. The colors he says on there, he says the red is the shedding of the blood that set we free, and so basically they look at it as the blood of activists who have fought in the fight for freedom. um, the gold is justice and equality, and then the green is abundance and fertility. And the order is important to them too, because I think you need to make the sacrifice and fight for freedom. There'll be bloodshed, and the natural law will be in effect, and justice and equality will amount, and that will result in abundance and fertility and harmony, and what really what they would state as like reaching Zion, which is another thing that they bring up, which to them would be like heaven on earth or a state of consciousness. So some would refer to it as Africa or Ethiopia physically, but symbolically, it's really that state of mind where we've actually created heaven on earth. Not to be confused with the political ideology of the state of Israel and Palestine. And then the other big one is Babylon, and that is basically evil, or the satanic force, or really the force against creation or involution, however you want to look at that. But it's really all of those things that have manifested to work against creation, or evolution, or the will of creation, so to speak. Um, and then I think the last one is sovereignty, which again, or the lion, which is sovereignty, which is again just master of self, someone who has reached self mastery and is in alignment with their thoughts, emotions, and actions. So I think it just really helps to have that as a baseline, and then when you hear the things, be like, okay, they're not just talking about the emperor there in Ethiopia, like they're talking about the power of the Trinity. Like it is a symbolic language, and when you're able to decode it, it really is more meaningful.
What an excellent analysis. Thank you. I'm also thinking about how in the Rastafarian tradition, they name themselves starting with the letter I. So, all those names are a sort of reminder of our, like, while we may appear as individuals, we're actually all I.
Yeah, I and I is another big one. I actually had that written down too, and that is like the divine within each and every one of us. That oneness that we all are at the end of the day from the same source, and are all part of the same creation, and have that within us. And so they would consider, anybody that comes to that knowledge, or self knowledge, higher self, as somebody who would be considered a Rastafarian as well, similar to others who would, like the mystical white brotherhood. Like there's not some group that you're initiated in, or some doctrine or ritual you have to do. Once you've attained that level of awareness and that understanding, then you would be considered a brother in there, in that brotherhood.
We should do like a whole separate like reggae episode and have you like host it.
Yeah.
I'd be down. But I think it's good to have balance too. I love the reggae, but the reggae doesn't appeal to everybody. So it's like I could show these songs to people all day, and they're gonna be like, I don't even understand him. He's talking too fast, and I don't know what he's saying. So it's great to have a good variety of music, like I said, for other people to make it more digestible. And really, that's what it needs to be. The same message has to be packaged in a million different ways, and be kind of the foundational principle in all of the media, whether it be the music or the books or the schools or anything.
So that was Damian Marley, is that right?
Yeah, and
And
Kabaka Pyramid was the main is Kabaka Pyramid and with Damian Marley.
okay, and what's his relation to Bob Marley? Is he his grandson or
Youngest son.
his youngest son? Okay,
Mhm.
yeah, I wasn't sure. I'm not super familiar with reggae music, so I just wanted to
Yeah,
clarify that. But
there's
yeah,
quite
go
a
ahead.
few who are active. There's Ziggy Marley, Stephen Marley, Kimani Marley, Julian Marley, and Damian Marley, which are all sons of Bob, who all are making music.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah, that's awesome, actually. And yeah, you educated me quite a bit about Rastafarianism because I had never studied that really. I didn't know how much overlap there was with like occult teachings and esotericism and like the kind of philosophy that Mark Passio would teach about and stuff. So yeah, that's really cool. I didn't know about any of that. Yeah, an awesome song, obviously, and the video was really cool too. I liked that they had children with crowns on, for like sovereignty, and they are the divine. They're sovereign within themselves. They don't have to answer to these authoritarian systems, which we have, in place from the time they're born, and then they're indoctrinated into that, obviously. So yeah, awesome. Thanks for all of that, Chris.
I guess I'll go real quick. Yeah, folks can understand the Trinity in other ways as well. Mind, body, spirit, man, woman, child. Ain't gotta act too wild. And the tricolored flag, green, like the nature, land, earth. Also, yellow, sun, or the light, knowledge, if you want. And red being the blood, DNA, really tapping into one's own unique blood codes and all that stuff. And also, in regards to the ancestors and all that stuff. And if one really taps into their ancestors to, Atlantean times before the fall of it, they would understand that there's an issue with Jehovah and Yahweh because those are false overlays. And it's unfortunate. It's been something I've been dealing with when I listen to reggae music, like God bless, and all that stuff. And like, I don't know, guys, like y'all are like the sound frequencies of those words are not congruent with the true creator sound frequencies, unfortunately.
Yeah, I was having trouble with that for a little bit as well, and trying to reconcile some of these things, like their interpretation of some of these biblical things, and trying to understand, because once you kind of understand the astrotheology and all that, you kind of are like, okay, well, how do they still hold this book as so legit, but still have the understanding they have. And I think for them it's like, at the end of the day, the creator is extant of us, right? What we call the creator is not going to affect, change, or do anything to the creator. We can't change that, and so I think for them it was a way to reference the creator in a way that was still within the tradition that they kind of had to, because in slave times in Jamaica, and early colonial times, even after that, they were still kind of oppressed, and through the colonialism, and Christianity was kind of the methodology that they used. That so they kind of use, I think, the symbolism in the book um as a means of kind of protection to be able to do that. But still, I think what they're referring to is the creator, and they even say, like, you're a gift from the creator. And like, I think they're able to separate the the man-made conception of it from the actual creator itself. It is the way that I've been able to kind of reconcile that. Now, maybe that's just me
Yeah.
trying to justify because I enjoy it too. But like I
Yeah,
know
no,
when I'm saying it
I get,
now,
I get
that's
what
what
you're
I'm
saying, Chris.
referring to.
Yeah,
Like I'm referring to the creator of the universe, and like whether we want to call it
I
God
think they
or
are too.
evolution, yeah. And so I think
Yeah,
that's really what it is. Like that's just how we're referring to the creator.
yeah. It's not about Jehovah or whatever the fuck demon entity that is in the Bible that is doing all those immoral things, and it's supposed to be God. It's like, no, like activate your logic senses. Activate your logic. Yeah, it
What
doesn't
is
make sense
interesting is
that
they do
this deity that is described in the Bible.
but they do seem to use the Old Testament more than the New Testament in their references, which I thought was interesting because obviously that the Elohim referred to in the Old Testament certainly seems out of alignment with the love of the Creator. Um, so it's interesting that is the stories that they use, but I do think they use it more as a allegory and moral stories as opposed to the uh, literal things. Although they do seem to take some stuff literal. Maybe that's my misunderstanding still, but obviously they think
Yeah,
the bloodline of Haile Selassie or Rastafari was traced back all the way to King Solomon and King David through the Queen of Sheba and all that, and so they do think that they're and maybe it is still just allegorical and they just kind of use the story that way, but
I think I can look at it either way, like how you mentioned about the Babylon. You mentioned the symbolic, allegorical explanation for what they're talking about, but there's also the real Babylon, right? The historical Babylon that is, it's basically society of corrupted Egyptian, and I think many of the enslavement and authoritarian techniques have been originated there in the Babylon, all those kind of things. So it could be a memory of that as well. So
In conclusion, check out on Black Earth Productions, The Betrayal of Thoth. That goes into ancient Egypt and when it became corrupted. To move things along, because gotta pump the music a little bit louder. And holy smokes, Jerry! First time I heard the song, I was like 16, 17 years old, back in like 1990 something or early 2000s, and yeah, Immortal Technique. Let's hear you speak about that. Dancing with the Devil, are we? What's going on?
Yeah, this song, I can't remember exactly when I heard it, but I remember the moment I heard it for the first time. I literally felt goosebumps run across my skin to hear a tale of true evil told brilliantly. I've been thinking a lot about our last episode where we discussed, okay, every song, should it be about natural law or not? And I was reflecting, and while this song may not be directly about natural law, it shows the consequences of immoral choices and actions. And so, for those that haven't heard it, I'd love to hear your thoughts.
Hell yeah. I got some thoughts about what you just said, but let's get the good going.
I once knew a nigga whose real name was William. His primary concern was making $1 million, being the illest hustler that the world ever seen. He used to fuck movie stars and sniff coke in his dreams. A corrupted young mind at the age of 13. Nigga never had a father and his mom was a fiend. She put the pipe down, but for every year she was sober, her son's heart simultaneously grew colder. He started hanging out, selling bags in the projects, checking the young chicks looking for hit and run prospects. He was fascinated by material objects, but he understood money never bought respect. He built a reputation cause he could hustle and steal, but got locked once and didn't hesitate to squeal. So criminals he chilled with didn't think he was real. You see, me and niggas like this have never been equal. I don't project my insecurities on other people. He fiended for props like addicts with pipes and needles, and so he felt he had to prove to everyone he was evil. A feeble-minded young man with infinite potential, the product of a ghetto-bred capitalistic mental. Coincidentally dropped out of school to sell weed, dancing with the devil, smoked until his eyes would bleed. But he was sick of selling trees and gave in to his greed. Everyone tryna be trife, never face the consequences. You probably only did a month for minor offenses. Ask a nigga doing life if he had another chance. But then again, there's always the wicked that knew in advance. Dance forever with the devil on a cold cell block. But that's what happens when you rape, murder, and sell rock. Devils used to be gods, angels that fell from the top. There's no diversity because we're burning in the melting pot. So Billy started robbing niggas, anything he could do to get his respect back in the eyes of his crew. Starting fights over little shit up on the block. Stepped up to selling mothers and brothers to crack rock. Working overtime, making money for the crack spot. Hit the jackpot and wanted to move up to cocaine. Fulfilling the Scarface fantasy stuck in his brain. Tired of the block niggas treating him the same. He wanted to be major like the cutthroats and the thugs. But when he tried to step to him, niggas showed him no love. They told him any motherfucking coward can sell drugs. Any bitch nigga with a gun can bust slugs. Any nigga with a red shirt can front like a blood. Even Puffy smoked the motherfucker up in the club. But only a real thug can stab someone till they die. Standing in front of them, staring straight into their eyes, Billy realized that these men were well guarded, and they wanted to test him before business started. Suggested raping a bitch to prove he was cold-hearted. So now he had a choice between going back to his life or making money with made men. Up in the sight, his dreams about cars and ice made him agree a hardcore nigga is all he ever wanted to be. And so he met them Friday night at 2:45. Everyone tryna be trife, never face the consequences. You probably only did a month for minor offenses. Ask a nigga doing life if he had another chance. But then again, there's always the wicked that knew in advance. Dance forever with the devil on a cold cell block. But that's what happens when you rape, murder, and sell rock. Devils used to be gods, angels that fell from the top. There's no diversity because we're burning in the melting pot. They drove around the project slow while it was raining, smoking blunts, drinking and joking for entertainment, until they saw a woman on the street walking alone, 3 in the morning, coming back from work on her way home. And so they quietly got out the car and followed her. Walking through the projects, the darkness swallowed her. They wrapped her shirt around their head and knocked her onto the floor. This is it, kid, now you got your chance to be raw. So Billy yoked her up and grabbed the chick by the hair and dragged her into a lobby that had nobody there. She struggled hard, but they forced her to go up the stairs. They got to the roof and then held her down on the ground, screaming, "Shut the fuck up and stop moving around." The shirt covered her face, but she screamed and clawed. So Billy stomped on the bitch till he broke in her jaw. Them dirty bastards knew exactly what they were doing. They kicked her until they cracked her ribs and she stopped moving. Blood leaking through the cloth, she cried silently. And then they all proceeded to rape her violently. Billy was made to go first, but each of them took a turn, ripping her up and choking her until her throat burned. Her broken jaw mumbled for God, but they weren't concerned. When they were done and she was lying bloody, broken and bruised, one of them niggas pulled out a brand new 22. They told him that she was a witness for what she'd gone through, and if he killed her, he was guaranteed a spot in the crew. He thought about it for a minute, she was practically dead, and so he leaned over and put the gun right to her head.
I'm falling and I can't turn back. I'm falling and I can't turn back.
Right before he pulled the trigger and ended her life, he thought about the cocaine with the platinum and ice, and he felt strong standing along with his new brothers. Cocked the gat to her head and pulled back the shirt cover, but what he saw made him start to cringe and stutter, cause he was staring into the eyes of his own mother. She looked back at him and cried cause he had forsaken her. She cried more painfully. And when they were raping her, his whole world stopped. He couldn't even contemplate. His corruption had successfully changed his fate. And he remembered how his mom used to come home late, working hard for nothing, cause now what was he worth? He turned away from the woman that had once given him birth, and crying out to the sky cause he was lonely and scared. But only the devil responded cause God wasn't there. And right then he knew what it was to be empty and cold, and so he jumped off the roof and died with no soul. They say death takes you to a better place, but I doubt it. After that they killed his mother and never spoke about it. And listen, cause the story that I'm telling is true, cause I was there with Billy Jacobs and I raped his mom too. And now the devil follows me everywhere that I go. In fact, I'm sure he's standing among one of you at my shows. In every street cipher listening to little thugs flow. He could be standing right next to you and you wouldn't know. The devil grows inside the hearts of the selfish and wicked. White, brown, yellow and black color is not restricted. You have a self-destructive destiny when you're inflicted, and you'll be one of God's children that fell from the top. There's no diversity because we're burning in the melting pot. So when the devil wants to dance with you, you better say never, because a dance with the devil might last you forever.
Brutal.
I think about how satanic ritual is often thought about in higher circles, quote unquote, with robes and candles and all this, and that does happen. And there are satanic rituals happening in our cities, in our neighborhoods, you know?
I think the worst is they've got basically everybody participating because everybody just worships money. And it's like that materialism is, I mean, that was the entire cause of this for the guy in the story. You know, it's like you end up in the absolute worst situation you could end up in. And for what? For the attainment of some physical material goods and some sort of appearance of power and respect. And like you said, you know, people think death's going to take you somewhere better, but I doubt it.
Yeah, I had some other ideas about, you know, goes well beyond materialism and stuff. It seemed, you know, at the end it was more like a gang initiation, and that is, you know, satanic in a sense. You know, like what's the definition of something that's satanic, right? You know, just something that violates cosmic law type of thing, or morality, moral law, or otherwise, you know. So it doesn't have to be some kind of, you know, satanic ritual for it to be, you know, something that's, you know, on that satanic level, I guess, in a sense. And yeah. So real quick, because you were talking about how the song, you know, it's not, you know, it's not talking about natural law yet. And I'm trying to like encourage people to just get the conversation out there on any fucking subject, because we can apply hermetic principles and moral principles and anything to anything going on 24 fucking 7, you know, because these are all in effect all the time, right? So think about it, and yeah, think about, you know, all the consequences going on. And I think he even mentioned that in one of the lyrics and stuff. And yeah, some of the other lyrics of there's no diversity in this melting pot. What melting pot is he talking about? Is it the melting pot of America? Is it the melting pot of these, you know, weird initiations towards what exactly? Disrespecting our own mothers and forgetting where the fuck we came from? Right? Yeah, like the conclusion of that was, you know, pretty fierce, right? I love how that, you know, kind of was revealing in how he articulated that. So, but yeah, I appreciate how you introduced the song, Jerry. I definitely concur. It's rough, Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that was super heavy, obviously, and I want to be like almost careful with what I say because that's such important topics here. Like the road to evil and how does the soul go from good to going down that darker road? Like how does that transition take place, and what's taking place inside of them? And what's ultimately what is really driving that? Is it primal fears? Like fears of not surviving or whatever, like deeply seated primal fears inside of them. Because Chris had already alluded to, like he wanted money or like some kind of like stable, like amount of money in his life or whatever, and that can be related with like a fear of death. That greed, like that, that impure drive for materialistic gain, that can be related with primal fears like of death or of being abandoned, stuff like that. So obviously fear is a huge factor with going down that road to evil and choosing evil. Fears drive that majorly for sure, and fear can come from ignorance, absolute, like not knowing your true self, dissociation from your higher self, and from recognizing your cosmic unity with the universe and with God, and that you are God's spirit living here. People who awaken to that, they choose the good road. They want what's best for each life, and they embody cosmic love. They're no longer in fear of not surviving or of being hurt or of whatever. So then selfish desires obviously would be another thing with the road to evil. So it's fear and then selfish desires, like he wanted to be seen as cool or whatever, like I'm a thug or whatever, like that desire for status, desire for approval, which is such a corrupting influence in the mind. And that's something that has to be worked through and recognized. Then we can let that go, because it's not true care, it's not true concern, it's not mature, it's an impure motive. So I heard that throughout the song, that like that desire for like status, like I'm a big bad thug or whatever because I did this. So that's another corrupting thing. Because yeah, obviously the theme of the song is a person going from what could have been a well-lived life, and they take it down the bad direction. And I think primal fears, ignorance of profound truths, dissociation from the true self, from our higher spirit, and then selfish desires. To me, that's kind of the what takes people away from what they could have been, and because I do think we came here to be our higher self, and like we originally knew that, and we came here to live for the good, and help make heaven on the earth. But then we can lose our way, and like we can have really fucking bad parenting too, and like we see all the violence in the world, and it can be traumatizing. So I'm losing my train of thought, so I guess I'll pass it on, but that's what I'll say for now. But yeah, what a hard-hitting song though, and super important, all those, all the topics, obviously.
Yeah, like I know usually I say let's keep it a good vibe and all that, but sometimes you gotta remind yourself that there is some very heavy, very fucked up shit going on in the Matrix, and we can't just live in La La Land and pretend it's not going on, or like don't want to look at it, because no, like it's a good reminder of why we're doing this, why we're trying to educate people about morality, about natural law, is to prevent this insane shit that is happening. And when you hear it in such detail and so personal, of course it's a song, so it really hits you. So it's like really, really a good reminder, I think, and yeah, very grounding.
Did everyone get to go? Chris, did you get to?
Yep.
Okay. Sorry, guys, I'm a little stoned, so my sense of time is really poor right now. But yeah, I love this song on so many levels. It stands the test of time to me, just the tale of it and the way it's almost told. You think it's a third person, but then at the end, the narrator inserts himself as a witness to these events. And it sort of reminds me of like an Edgar Allan Poe sort of horror story in that way, with that like turn of events at the end. And then also the mother being raped is, I was watching an interview about this song that Immortal Technique did. And he said that the mother is a representative of all mothers, that all women are mothers. And to rape a mother, you know, and create a mother from such a heinous act is, you know, a violation. And so that's why obviously it has dramatic effect, but it was more a symbolic choice. And he's also very his imagery is excellent. You know, the darkness swallowed her. There's so many just like just really great, like succinct, beautiful metaphorical language being used. So great lyricism as well. Plus the backwards violin. Sorry, I just want to add that. Like how the violins go down and yeah.
Yeah, it's a dope
Let's
song.
move on. Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You're good. I was just gonna say it's a song I hadn't heard in a long time, and it really is a hard hitting song.
You know, I was saying because I think Derek is having issue with my song, so I think we can move on to maybe Chris's next song or Derek's next song.
Yeah, sure. So, sorry, Theo. I mean, I asked everyone to send me the songs on a private message. It's really not that hard, but yeah. I'll play a song, and while that plays, I'll download your tracks, Theo. We'll get yours right up that. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good. It's more my bad than yours, but at the same time, let's respect some of the requests, please. But nonetheless, so I got a track coming up. Sorry, I got, you know, how many tracks we got to put up on deck, and, you know, I got to pull them from all these different sources. So please try to make it easy for me, guys. I'm not just talking about people listening here in this recording, but folks that might be listening, you know, when we put this out and would consider coming on. We'd love to have more folks come on. This is really cool. And the more the merrier type of thing. And this song could get a little scarier if you don't understand double time or even triple time rap. Chris, you mentioned something about talking too fast in a reggae thing. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know what folks around your way are used to, but watch out for this one. What is this called? I forget. See, this is a problem. Restream is not the best thing. It doesn't show the file name on these things and all that. But it's Wormhole, and I think the guy's name is like Self-Help or something. I forget the name of the track, but this just goes all over the place on kind of like that truth discovery and what the fuck it be in regards to what we're really up against with, you know, things we got to deal with kind of on a daily basis and all the things within the matrix. So buckle up.
We're developing a society because of all of these different toxins known to affect brain function. We're seeing a society that not only has a lot more people of lower IQ, but a lot fewer people of higher IQ. In other words, a dumbing down, a chemical dumbing down of society. That leaves them dependent on government.
Sitting at the bottom of the boat with the people don't vote, you better get it straight. Set it on a metal plate, wait for a better day to animate the elevated state of the conscious mind. It's hard to find on the spot of mind, there's a dotted line, side to line, swinging a vine to find connections between human minds, complexion, skin and flesh. Within the best man, energy from the pen forms the distorted lens. Teleported friends travel to globe through earlobes, unraveling distance like a javelin's persistence. For instance, in an instant, disappear in the blink of an eye. I've been different since the visits from the ones that never gave the sky. To see eye to eye with a butterfly effect. What if I'm next to connect the pieces of the puzzle? Then I shift dimensions, not to mention suspension. Animated, contaminated minds muzzled by the hand that force feeds. The main source crossbreeds and leaves the lost seas while I sit drinking coffee.
Unfathomable pendulum of dust, contracting adaptive advantage. And such ability communicating with a channel of circular phenomena. Criminalized hallucinogens to go back, communicative intelligence. They don't want you to understand, so without your path the freedom will be an understatement. Shamanistic ideas, whatever trick to read the supernatural insight. Biogenetic neural mind, universal complexity, but not a proportion. Reset, electrochemical balance in the brain, back to the mind of a toddler. Open up the portal into the hidden realm to yourself as a spirit template. Naturally rising level of serotonin, plant smoking, with dissipating disintegrated molecules into your conscious. Modulate my dialogue, serious jump out of the rise and destruction of the robber empire. Left being paralyzed in the fire.
Can't deny the divide inside the mind's eye. How time flies, but the rhyme never dies. Separatized from the lies, the all-seeing eyes that spies on the rise of the truly wise men. Supervising new forms of communication, mutilation of languages, anguish and bandages. I rap new relation words in outlandish worlds, curved backwards. Take a bite of the insight before it'll vanish in the laughter. Now she fumes, cocoon the womb as the mind blooms like flowers on an ancient tomb's disaster. Whom is in the room when you sleep? Vacuum beside your ears sucks your brain right out of your feet. Yes, master, concrete evidence is incomplete, so take a seat faster than you can shout it to defeat. Bastard children born in torn down buildings can't afford fillings. When the teeth fall out due to nuclear fallout, when you're all out of words to say, just feel the energy travel down your vertebrae.
Altered states of sensory deprivation, isolated into the underground of hallucinatory realms of infinite combination. Exploited untapped capacity of thought, spontaneously diving deep trance while attempting to distinguish the unraveling, unriddling of the dead. Visionary ability, color chemistry, deviously dipped to the outer states, emerging realities inhabited by non-physical light beings. We continue to live this dream and cast out the possibility that what we experience is only a grain of sand on a beach, ready to impeach the inner thought of violence and conflict. Arcane paradox, shuddering in the polarity, a subjective foundation of singularity and broken silence. Incorporate the shift of high vibration and the federation of overflowing the coagulation of nano frequencies, not measured by devices. There's a hole in the atmosphere that's fake illusion, we so frequently partaking. Metamorph the data that the resonance record the force of connected chapters to absorb. Take photographs and capture unidentified objects and orbs as the universe controls so the physical soul, spirit, body, and yang core.
Etching pieces of my mind, I might not keep on living in the three dimensions. Give it to the people, come the ending when the clock strikes 4. Like you're gonna stop the bombs that pour from the sky on the 4th of July. The force is with you. If you take a step in the wrong direction, you're infected with another faulty election. Count the ballots, no protection from the phallus system. Just our resistance to fight the war machine's engine pistons keep turning while we keep pretending you were learning. The evolution keeps us burning in hell. Oh well, I'm gone to heaven in a turtle shell. So fuck this fake illusion. I see through all this confusion they try to sell. We can't be quiet now, even while they say
shh. Keep it down, you can't talk about that kind of stuff. Why not? You'll find a way to make you laugh a little.
You can't be quiet now.
Where's the fucking struggle? Revolt in the public surrounding free club asshole. There's just not enough of us thinking to make an impact on the government power. Let's hope keep spreading that shit, the government's collectively mantra. Awareness brings this constantly brought on your existence in this material world. Where do we go after the test called life with the A+4? Continue to rise into unlimited possibilities. Fuck up and patch up the room, but don't stop challenging dancing this region of beautiful new power.
War is big business, you know, and they like war because it keeps them fat and happy. And I'm anti-war, so they're trying to keep me out, but I'll get in, you know, because they'll have to own up in public that they're against peace, you know.
Like, what can we do to try and help you?
Help me by helping yourselves.
Rap. All right, so I've actually been in discussion with this brother. The last guy that's got that grimy voice, Jake Flynn, a wormhole. Pretty much almost every single time I heard this song, I fucking weep, like hardcore type of shit. Is fucking like rough. And yeah, especially like one of those last verses, like the motherfucking struggle. Like, you fucking, do I have to really explain why the fuck I'm pissed off? Because we're under a lot of fucking duress, motherfuckers. So shut the fuck up and let's get to fucking war or some shit sometimes. Not like we gotta be up in battle arms and all that stuff, but it's just like sometimes like you get, it's that catharsis through lyricism and all that shit, right? So that's the type of energy that lights that fire up someone's ass to actually fucking move within their life, to actually do something and take responsibility and all that stuff, and not be duped by all this motherfucking fuckery, right? So what's up? I'm gonna get this guy on my show for a couple collaborations soon enough. I'm gonna interview him, and yeah, he's up in he's from Canada. He's living out in Hawaii right now. Is that double time or triple time or quadruple time? Like the rapidness of these cats?
Yeah, they were really getting it, and I think right that last guy that came out at the end, you really felt the emotion, and it really was a good example of that sacred gift of anger, and it should arise in us, and it's like if you're not angry at what's going on with everything right now, then you're either lying to yourself or you're probably taking SSRIs and you don't feel emotions because in reality, it's fucked up. And so it's like that comes out at times, and it's music's a good way to funnel that, and it really it is inspiring and makes you want to take action.
Well, speaking for, oh, go ahead, Jerry. Go ahead.
No, I insist. I want to hear your thoughts first.
I don't have a whole lot to add because most of the lyrics just kind of went over my head. Like I couldn't put together what he was saying because it was pretty fast, and I haven't listened to a lot of hip hop in recent years, so like I'm not used to listening to lyrics that are delivered like that. But yeah. So yeah, Jerry, go ahead and say what you were gonna say.
Oh, for sure. It's definitely you have to develop the ear. And
Yeah.
one thing that I think prepares me for hearing rap this fast is listening to things on like 2, 3x sometimes to just
Mhm.
literally train your brain to hear that fast
Mhm.
on things. And then you can kind of hear the lyrics a little bit better. I was getting lost in lyrics, not due to the rate, but just because I was like, wow, that was so cool what he just said. And then he was on to another thought. But yeah, I just want to shout out to all the How to Become the True Media students that are watching this. Please take action, join, and be part of the truth stream. We need you.
Yeah, and you're a real example for that, Jerry. Like you came out of the How to Become the True Media 2024, and you've been pop.
Oh, I think your audio cut out, Theo. I think what I heard you say was that, I kind of like did a lot of action, I guess, from doing the class last year. And yeah, because I care. Like, people just don't care, man. I don't understand it. It's really hard for me to relate why someone wouldn't just like put a camera on their face and just like say something truthful. Like, really? Like, that's the bar? Like, I'm sorry. Am I being mean? Like, come on.
Yeah, I have to control my anger a lot of the time also. And I'm not directing this at how to become the true media students or, anyone in particular. I'm just saying, yeah, like I totally understand like Mark's anger, like when he gets on the show and like is expressing that, like that's inside of me too. And I have a different personality, so I'm not going to act the same way. But like, man, I really relate to that. Like, I know a lot of people who know about like what's going on, but I don't like what Jerry's saying. Like, I don't see like the drive, like the care, like to do, to become involved, like, and it is very angering. Like, I have to say that it really is. Not to sidetrack this discussion, but yeah, I totally can relate, and yeah, I guess that's all I'll say for now. But yeah.
And I'm not trying to like throw negative vibes around here, incite people to get angry, but it's more about how are you going to alchemize that anger? Like, what are you going to do, once you realize that, you're deliberately being poisoned and brainwashed and, set up to be food for fucking archons and loosh the fuck out type of stuff, reclaim your sovereignty and your soul and protect that shit like it fucking matters in 3D. Like it matters, And fact of the matter is, Theo, I got your shit up deck. You're all good. No worries, man. But I'm gonna surprise you. No, I'm just kidding. What did I choose for you? Oh yeah. The female artist. We're gonna smooth it out after that last track and all that. some good old feminine energy. Would you like to introduce us into this next song, brother?
Okay, it's just delayed. Sorry, guys. Lady Anne from way back in the day. I think this is 1982. Yeah, classic reggae dancehall style hit, and I love her delivery style. It's kind of like a rap, I would say. It's kind of like rap before rap was a thing, in a way. And it's obviously Jamaican, so it's not very easy to understand. But I know this record is about informing about stuff like that is basically conscious understandings of the way things work in the world, and yeah, what's been going on specifically, I guess, in Jamaica, but also what is also corresponding in the whole world. So it's a cool hit, and I really also suggest you listen to her full record, Informer. It's got many good hits on it, so this is just the title track.
This one is a special dedication to the boy who live down the lane. Rasta, him just a call up me name, you know. Rib it up, chat it up, buy it up, love it up, skank it up. Tell them certain boy pon the corner informer. Certain boy pon the corner informer. Cause him a fight against me and me lover. Cause him a fight against me and me lover. We used to move close, but now we move closer. Say him in a clocks, me in a roach killer. Certain boy no love God, and go tell me father. It's not a dreadlocks, nor is not a policeman. It's not a soldier man, nor is not a Babylon. It was a informer. Ilja man, it was a informer. Hey, him stand up on me gate, him pose like a bait. And anything me try, judge I know him underrate. Say anything me try, judge I know him underrate. In a farm and a the era, murderer. Him under watching and a peeping, murderer. In a farm and a the era, murderer. Him under enough chatting, murderer. Him stand up on me gate, him pose like a bait. And anything me try, judge I know him underrate. Me no matter where him do, and me no matter where him say. Katam and the youth where me love same way. Say love is not a brag, I tell you love is not a boast. But give thanks to those who earn up the most. Certain boy pon the corner informer. Certain boy pon the corner informer. Cause him a fight against me and me lover. Cause him a fight against me and me lover. We used to move close, but now we move closer. Say him in a telling me in a Diana. Certain boy no love that, and go tell me father. It's not a dreadlocks, nor is not a Babylon. It's not a policeman, nor is not a soldier man. It was a informer, murderer. Say informer na the era, murderer. Him under watching and a peeping, murderer. Informer na the era, murderer. Him under enough chatting, murderer. Him stand up on me gate, him pose like a bait. And anything me try, judge I know him underrate. Me no matter where him do, me no matter where him say. Katam and the youth where me love same way. Say love is not a brag, I tell you love is not a boast. But give thanks to those who earn up the most. When the right time come, it a go tread far. Some them a go run up and down until them tumble down. In farm and a the era, murderer. Him under watching and a peeping, murderer. In farm and a the era, murderer. Him under enough chat, murderer. I tell you love is not a brag, I tell you love is not a boast. Satam are the youth where me love the most. Him get up every day, him can use for me. But I look at the news and no get no chance. Come ask them face under the jolly bus back. Certain boy pon the corner informer. Certain boy pon the corner informer. Cause him a fight against me and me love.
So, for the uninitiated to reggae, one must first have an ear for the Jamaican accent, which is influenced by British English as well as various West African tribal languages, as well as Scottish and Irish accents to English. And so what you get is wagwan, which means what's going on, which is a sort of pidgin version of an English question that's common. So you have to really like train your ear for that. And then you have to understand the lyrics and the symbolism, understanding Rastafarian. And like Chris, very grateful for that primer, because you really need to have all this sort of background research before you hear reggae specifically, I think. Anything to add, Chris?
No, I mean, I obviously I think it's there's so much encoded in it, and so the language is very interesting. Though they obviously they change a lot of things too. Like you brought up I and I, but they also bring up like einity, and instead of understand, they'll say overstand, and so they try to when things are positive, they try to use a positive word, and like they'll say things like a Rossclot, and it's like it's supposed to be disgusting, and so it's actually they're referring to like a dirty tampon, and it's like it's so it's something disgusting, and so that the reason they use that like they want to when they're trying to invoke something a disgusting nasty thing, they want it to be something that you would look at like that. And so like they tried to make the message of the word and the thing they're referencing be kind of in alignment with each other, as opposed to kind of in contradiction. So they call it like word power and sound.
And Rossclot is a play on Bumbaclot, which is like a common Jamaican phrase. The only reason why I know this shit is because my kids are Jamaican and Korean and Puerto Rican. So I'm very aware of the Jamaican culture and language.
Irie, yeah. Yeah. Well, go ahead, Nathan.
Oh, yeah, I don't have too much to add because, like, as Jerry alluded to, like, yeah, I'm not super privy to a lot of that stuff, or not privy, but like, yeah, I had a lot of trouble with the accent, kind of understanding the lyrics for part of that. I heard them saying, he's a murderer a lot, so they must have been referring to people in the control system and politicians or something. I'm not quite sure, but awesome song though. But I had trouble with the lyrics just because of because of what Jerry was talking about, the different language influences and all that. So I guess I'll leave it at that for now. If anyone else wants to jump in.
Yeah, and I feel you, Nathan, for sure. And yeah, so let's just take it to the root of the song, the title of the song. Who was the informer, and what kind of archetype of consciousness is an informer? Is it a trickster? Is it someone who's trying to infiltrate and not just be a physical murderer, but also someone that's killing any kind of movements or putting up wedges within movements and communities and causing division, that kind of stuff.
Hashtag Europa Natural Law. Continue.
But yeah, and those I love that it's got that residual dancehall beat to it and stuff, and just those rhythms just put a good old smile on my face and all that good shit. So, cheers.
Penetrates, man. It's just like it does. It just kind of puts you in that more receptive state. Which it really is brilliant. But yeah, no, that was a good song, and I do think the informer is got to be one of the lowest places to be. It's like you're just such a coward. It's pretty low. So it's obviously something they speak about quite a bit. I think that the cannabis being something that's obviously deep to their culture and something that's been criminalized for a long time. It's obviously in relation to that a lot of times, but but I think she's talking more in general in this song, and so I think she did a pretty good job. It was a good jam.
I think it's really interesting. We have a female narrator for this song, and she is metaphorically dealing with the unholy masculine. So on the surface, it seems like it's about a woman who's got caught up with a dude that's like, a snitch basically. And, that's like the lowest of the low in that culture. Like a snitch is like, you're like not even loyal to nobody, So they really look down on the snitch. So thinking about the unholy masculine and how she's sort of like dealing with this push-pull of like, I wanted you to be divine masculine, but here you are, unholy masculine, like, and this is what I have to fucking deal with. And it's like danceable too. And she has a very like sort of like everyday kind of vocal style. Like she's not trying to put on airs. It's like the way she would sing like while she's cooking. Like it's like very casual and cool.
I can dig it. What's good, Theo? Any last words before we carry on to the next selection from Chris?
I really liked that song a lot. I hadn't heard it in a while, Theo. Thank you for sharing that one.
Yeah, I think you might have internet issues.
Yeah, sorry if I missed something because my internet is really delayed now. It's not perfect.
Yeah, you're good though. If you want to, speak your piece about this one if you want, real quick.
Okay. I hope I'm not causing too many issues. Good. Okay. Yeah. Well, one thing I wanted to mention is something I also wrote down in the group. Is she says something like, "In a fight against me, I'm a lava." So it's like, it's like, it's like, when she notices that there is the fighting going on, like to, I think, talk about it, to not be quiet is a form of love, is a form of agape love. It's like you gotta speak out when you see those things going on, and that's a true agape love, So that's just my little piece.
Excellent analysis.
Right on. So we're sticking with a little ragu reggae sauce for that boss, and Chris is one of them folks. Because damn, it's cool to come across folks like you who he's got like a wellspring of depth about these things. And I haven't heard a lot of these folks that you've been bringing up in the SoundPath Telegram chat. I appreciate that. The next song from your selection is John 9 with the song Jungle. So if you want to introduce that real quick, and we'll get it playing in a second.
Yeah, this is a pretty powerful song, and I think John 9's someone who I listened to for just kind of cursory years ago, and just kind of circled back and really been enjoying her music. And I really just think she embodies that sacred feminine, and she not only is showing it through her action, she's inspiring it in the men as well. And I just think it's just very powerful, and it's literally the antithesis of the satanic epi-eugenic, the attack on the sacred feminine that most women in today's society, the inauthentic woman, and I think she really perfectly embodies the authentic woman. And it'd be great to see more women like her around. And it's an awesome song.
Is unfair for the ones left to scrape for the scraps is tribal warfare, chattel slavery and now taxes. The people never have enough and children are born fatherless and families have no one to rely on. So from blood, sweat and tears, the solution appears. The pride needs defending by a lion. Will you be the one? Oh, for the mountains and valleys are the city streets. Will you be the one? Oh, to keep moving forward and never retreat in this jungle out there with so many limitations set intentionally just for us to fail. With your plans in motion and standing in your power and strength from your lioness, you're bound to prevail. The vision is for those who can endure and won't stand for injustice and oppression no more. And the journey is for everyone to share. When the lions are leading, there is nothing to fear. Will you be the one? Oh, for the mountains and valleys are the city streets. Will you be the one to keep moving forward and never retreat? A future for the youth must be priority. Establishing a nation where they all will be free to focus on spiritual cultivation and find themselves through ancient preparation. In this jungle out there, some people make the evil rule them nature, turning life into a rat race. And the youth them head a burn, cause the only thing they're learning from those people's how to grab you to your face. Instead of giving them guidance and encouragement, you're provoking them daily, giving rise to resent. But the tension that they're building up inside will find direction and purpose in the lion pride. Will you be the one? Oh, for the mountains and valleys are the city streets. Will you be the one? Oh, to keep moving forward and never retreat. Oh, cause it's a jungle out there. Will you be the one? Oh, for the mountains and valleys are these city streets. Will you be the one? Oh, to keep moving forward and never retreat. A future for the youths must be priority. Establishing a nation where they all will be free. So the lionesses rise to the occasion and nurture them with conscious meditation. In this jungle out there, life is unfair for the ones left to scrape for the scraps. Generations have grown in the same situation. Tribal warfare, chattel slavery and now taxes. The people never have enough. Children are born fatherless and families have no one to rely on. So from blood, sweat and tears, the solution appears. The pride needs defended by a lion. Yeah.
So I just want to say, Chris and I did not talk to each other at all about what each of us chose for this evening's recording. And I also picked a John 9 song
Awesome.
because I fucking love her. She's amazing. She's an earth mother. Let's just speak about her vocals first.
Mm-hmm.
She does not use auto-tune. She could, but she doesn't need it. She's excellent. And she mixes a sort of like pop flavor, but then with like this like husky, like almost gospel, like chest singing, also for the low notes. She taps into her sort of like divine masculine with her anger and really just transcending the gender divide and respecting and admiring men, real spiritual alpha men. And like, it's not a competition or anything like that. We're all lionesses, having already achieved inner monarchy, and we're just expressing admiration and respect. Like, can we do that, guys? ladies?
Yeah, that's kind of one of the major things that I noticed from her. It's like she even mentioned, in that song more than one time, she brings up the lioness, and it's like, she's referring to that true care, that sacred feminine, and how that needs to provide strength and to nurture and provide meditation, and also, focusing on that motherly role and focusing on the youth, and like that's what we need to be focused on. Like we need to be setting up a space for these kids to where we're not wasting all our energy on wars and bullshit corporate jobs, and we're focusing on spiritual cultivation and finding ourselves through the ancient preparations, and we're actually focused on what matters here. We're not giving our energy to this bullshit force. And the other big thing in this song is she brings it up, generations have done tribal warfare, chattel slavery, and now taxes. It's like so many people don't equate taxes and government as slavery, and think that's like some far-fetched equation to put those together. And it's like she's pointing out, it's nothing new under the sun. Like they use this tactic then, they use chattel slavery then, they're using taxes now. It's a different flavor, and it's a different approach, but it's the same thing at the end of the day. And I love how she puts that out there like that. And what's the solution? The solution is clear. The pride needs defended by a lion. That means every one of us needs to get our shit together and get into alignment with natural law, stop doing harm, and step up and speak out and take action, because the lion is representative of courage as well. And so it's we need to develop that courage, and courage is one of the things that prevents us from taking action. So it's all about taking action. She's will you be the one? She's challenging every single one of us and trying to inspire that in every one of us, and trying to bring up that sacred masculine. So a beautiful song.
Hold on, Theo just flashed a lion on his screen. How did you do that?
Watch this.
Did I?
Wait, was that you, Derek?
No, it's Derek.
Oh, that's crazy, dude. I didn't know Restream could do that.
Gotta recognize.
You thought you were tripping?
Yeah. But Chris, I recognize what you're talking about, and I feel you for sure. And I definitely feel that vibe and the motivation and the fire that can burn within my heart from that feminine evocation for future generations, to eradicate these draconian nations and all this shit, right? And like, what is she talking about? Will you be the one to do it? To at least, uphold the standards for this community, this village, this family, this household, at least, in your immediate fucking vicinity environment, right? Like, step it up, man the fuck up, but she's doing it in that eloquent earth, feminine way. And I love that. And for me, when I hear women talk about, it's like, yeah, hell yeah. Like, because I love you so much, and I'm like attracted to you, and I got that heart-based intelligence for you, and it just drives me to do those things. And to hear you, evoke those desires in alignment to natural laws, like, magnifique. I would fucking die for that type of shit, right?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Did you want to talk, Theo?
No, go ahead, Nathan.
Okay. I would say that just what comes to mind is that's like one of my favorite songs I've ever heard. Like it's there's so many good. I mean, it's just amazing, actually. Like there's so many good messages in there. Like it hits on a lot of critical things, and it's oriented towards young people and children, and helping to initiate them into moral truth and self-responsibility, and seeing through the bullshit in the world, and having the filters there, and the wise skepticism and all of that, and cultivating yourself getting your mentalism clear and truthful, and and then activating the more wise care, the selfless, the agape care, and all of that. And that is the solution. There you go, right there. And the video was also really good. There were other things I wanted to say too. I'm kind of losing my train of thought now, but yeah, that was fantastic. I definitely want to listen to more of her music. And yeah, I wish I could. There were other things I wanted to say, but I'm kind of losing my thoughts now. But so yeah, Theo, go ahead and jump in if you want to.
Yeah, well, what can I add to what you guys said? You praised it, and how more can I praise it? I'll just say she got a beautiful voice and beautiful message. And yeah, be that lion, let those dogs growl. You gotta have that lion roar,
Fuck yeah. And
be that Leo.
Yeah.
Not Theo.
Oh, yeah, Theo.
People.
Speaking of lions, we got a dope ass MC coming up on deck, thanks to Nathan, one of those selections, who's been featured in the good old funnel conferences. Y'all might have heard of him before. Diesel Automatic. And that was obviously what I wanted to play first of your selections, Nathan. So what you got on him for this one? Yeah.
All right, cool. That's actually the one I wanted to go to.
Cool, right?
So yeah, I don't know very much about Diesel Automatic. Other than that, I just think his music is amazing. Like, he's becoming one of my favorite artists. Like, I don't know a lot of conscious hip hop, but like, dude, that guy is just awesome. And this song is so uplifting, and it's just like, fuck yeah, like we can do this. Like I think this song it's so important to make music like this, like this track, because there's a lot of fear porn out there, and the kind of the more black pilling, and like the billionaires have all the control and power, and that kind of stuff. So yeah, I really appreciated this song when I kind of just randomly stumbled onto it. So yeah, let's go ahead and run it. It's called Eyes Wide Open, I think. Yeah, Eyes Wide Open. Yeah.
Now I be living with my eyes wide. I rise like the high tide, ride for the cause, so I put aside my pride, put aside my ego. I do this for the people. We're all created equal. Every one of you is diesel, and I am every one of you, no matter where you're from or who you are or how you choose to live, what you believe or what you do. I can disagree with your views without judging you. I can disapprove of what you do, but still have love for you. If you just a kid, if you 100 or you 22, age is nothing but a number. I am above none of you. I am like a father, brother, husband, or a son to you. I believe if we unite, we'll see our dreams coming true. Rise is what we gonna do. Fight until we broken. My eyes are wide open. I'm focused on helping the hopeless. The media can quote this. Tell them that Diesel said it. It's power to the people. You better never forget it. With our eyes wide, we gon' keep our eyes wide. You know what we do. Come on. With our eyes wide, we gon' keep our eyes wide. You know what we do. With our eyes wide open, we hoping to make a change. We gon' fight until we broken, you know this is not a game. We gon' rise above the suffering, struggling, and the pain. Cause our hearts are full of love, so there's nothing we can't attain. We will rise up for freedom and we will defeat the odds. We create what we believe in, our inner being is God. You are your own savior, that's the truth of human nature. But you're made to feel weak so that it's easy to enslave you. We came from the stars and the moon up in the sky. You and I, verse reflected inside of a human eye. To deny what you are is a spiritual suicide. You and I will be forever, cause energy never dies. We will rise up in peace, we will rise up in love. There are no obstacles that we can't rise up above. We must rise up together, unity is our salvation. Our greatest enemies, the illusion of separation. With our eyes wide, we gon' keep our eyes wide. You know what
Excellent choice.
That's a banger.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a good beat too, and like the melodies are cool, and yeah, the vocal, the woman singing, yeah, it adds a lot to it. Any thoughts, anyone?
Yeah, I was listening to this like just a few weeks ago. I was just looking to listen to some, good tracks from Diesel, basically, and
Yeah.
I think that's one of the popular classic ones, and I never heard it before back then, like a few weeks ago, and then I was like, oh shit, that's a banger for sure. Like, so
Yeah.
thanks for bringing it up. It's like, oh shit, I was like, oh wait, I know this one. I was like, oh yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah, I only got introduced to Diesel Automatic with the song he did for the Funnel Conference. That's on the Natural Law song, and so obviously I thought that was cool because I like to hear this message in different packages, so, other people that I can send stuff to that it'll appeal more to them. So it was great. I actually just right when I heard that, I already sent it to somebody. So appreciate you sharing that. And I thought one thing that really stuck out is like, we're made to feel weak, so it's easy to enslave you. And it just reminds me of I was rereading The End of All Evil, and it's like, that is what is evil. It is the destruction of your own self-worth, because once you question your own self-worth, then you're easy to control, and really that's part of the crux of it. And we really have the ability to make a change, and if we stopped externalizing that, like he says, that's the fact of human nature, and we can do something about it. We just have to actually do something about it.
Word. Jerry, I know you want to say something real quick. I just want to plug in the book you mentioned, The End of All Evil by Jeremy Locke. If anyone is interested in getting this book, it's a really simple, quick read, like 100 pages or something like that, 150 at best.
It's like 96 or something, and somebody printed them up. They're on Amazon now for
Brendan.
like $40 or something. So I just grabbed a couple.
Yeah, a friend of mine who I just did a podcast with, Brendan. He's got it going on. He has a Telegram chat group actually titled Natural Law Discussion Forum, if anyone's interested.
Nice. I think somebody else did these. I just ordered like 10 of these because they're like $5 a piece. And it's pretty good. It's on Jolly Romanuk. But it's got all the principles, and it's like $5. It's called Natural Law Guidebook. Yeah, they're like $5 on Amazon. So I just ordered like 10. And like I said, I got that little farmer's market. I'm gonna just put them out on my table and give them away to anybody who'll take them.
$5 make you holler.
Yeah.
Since we're having a mini tangent about, things to recommend our listeners to sort of get a primer for the types of conversations that we're talking about, I think people should watch Jones Plantation from Larkin Rose. I think they should read Most Dangerous Superstition by Larkin Rose. And when we talk about Hermetic principles, the Kybalion. So these are just some shout outs. But going back to the song, I don't like this song just because of the lyrics and the content. He's actually a good rapper, like just on his own. Like I notice he really plays with meter. He's a master of meter. He's like like he raps like a drum, the way he raps. It's so cool. It's a very different type of he uses the vowels a lot, which is interesting. But yes, excellent selection.
Yeah, he got that sort of hungry flow, like he's hungry for that freedom, like you can really feel it. And so it's very cool.
Yeah. I appreciated. I guess I'll jump in here for a moment, but it's also very much about just like uniting and letting go of just illusory, petty differences that are not even based on reality. And like, we all know about the artificial divisions that they kind of want. They want people in that circus kind of screaming at each other instead of, just recognizing the common enemy, obviously being the control system and the tyranny and the mind control systems and all of that that have been in place for quite a long time. And that there was something else I was going to say. I'm getting kind of tired now, but I like that he said, like our true spirit is God. That's also another really powerful message. I like that they were like up on a hilltop, like looking down, like surveying, like that was cool. I like the way they did the video with that. I'm forgetting what else I was going to say, but yeah, thanks for listening. I also thought that was a banger. So yeah, I wanted to share it.
Yeah, bang it out. And I love the fact that it's quite empowering. And yeah, especially with the masculine feminine dynamic and stuff. And yay, the real eyes really awaken will realize the real lies going on around and try to, as we said before, just not be subjected to them and just be in this victimhood mentality and like, oh, woe is me, I can't do anything about it, or black pilled and just, apathetic about it all. But no, actually just wanted to flip the fucking script on it and, trying to change things for the better, not just be in survival mode, but more in thrival mode. Yeah.
And we're here to thrive. We're meant to be here. The way things are right now is a total departure from how it's meant to be. It shouldn't be looked at as like, normal or acceptable or like, it's good enough the way it, like, no, not at all. It's like radically far away from the thriving free world that we're meant to be here creating like together. It's, it's not just a little few problems here and there. And the way the pandemic was done should prove that to anyone's satisfaction now by this point. So knowing that we have to take the awareness and then do what is needed and right, and become educators and all of that, and teach about objective morality, obviously, and on voluntarism and all that. I'm just rambling now, but should we maybe go to the next song?
Sure, yeah, Jerry. I got you set up for the next one, and it's gonna be fun. What is it called?
I dedicate this to my brothers.
Ooh, how sweet of you. And I thought I knew what song it would be. Ah, yes, from Mr. Macca B.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were doing another one. We can do the Maccabee one though. I love Maccabee. My kids love Maccabee. I thought we were doing John 9 Brothers, but
yes,
totally
cool. I wanted to space out John 9 because we just heard her.
Heard her. Yeah, I didn't know Chris was gonna pick John 9 too. So.
Hey, what a conflict, right? Shit, stakes are high. Huh? No.
she's got so many good songs. I mean, you could do an entire 3-hour thing on just her.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Sure. But
so Maccabee, this song is great. I play this for my kids. They like it. It's a mantra, for them to see themselves as, tying from the previous conversation, infinite beings, potential beings, as is written in the End of All Evil book. So I just would love to hear what you guys think of the song.
Hey, do you realize that you're great? Yes, you see I'm one who them say I know you. It's true, you can do anything that you want to do. You're great, remember that. And when we say children, remember we are all children of the Most High. All you have to do is try. You're great, you'll get by. Hey, children.
Yes, Papa.
Always remember.
Yes, Papa.
That you are what?
The best, Papa.
And and you are highly
blessed, Papa.
Children, children,
Yes, Papa.
remember your greatness.
Yes, Papa.
Never underrate this.
No, Papa.
Shall we celebrate this?
Go, Papa.
Hey, never forget how great you are.
No, we won't.
Never forget how great you are.
No, we won't.
Never forget how great you are.
No, we won't.
Never forget how great you are. You're great enough. Never let nobody ever try and underrate you know. Teach I try to educate you know. Shackles from your mind I try to liberate you know. I motivate you know. Me say you're great you know. Me know say you're great and me not guesstimate you know. Rise from the gutter me I try to elevate you know. Enough for your head that me want penetrate you know. Because you're great you know. Say you were born great but somewhere down the line someone change your mind. Now it's time to rewind. Original design and give yourself time. Keep on looking you'll find. Time to make your light shine. Children, children.
Yes, Papa.
Always remember.
Yes, Papa.
That you are what?
The best, Papa.
And you are highly
blessed, Papa.
Children, children.
Yes, Papa.
Remember your greatness.
Yes, Papa.
Never underrate this.
No, Papa.
Shall we celebrate this?
Go, Papa.
Hey, never forget how great you are.
No, we won't.
Never forget how great you are.
No, we won't.
Never forget how great you are.
No, we won't.
Never forget how great you're not no bottom of the pile, nor no back of the queue. Yes, I you same one that I am talking to. Said if you know your worth, if you know your value, certain things me see you do, you know you just wouldn't do. Say looking at the mirror and tell me if I true. Tell me say ooh, come in at your view. Many are called, but the chosen are few. Hey. There is nobody else like you. When them tell you you're not good, don't listen. All them want to do is send a great one to prison. Instead of going down, another great one has risen. Me tell it to you straight, listen what I'm expressing. It's a blessing. Children, children.
Yes, Papa.
Always remember.
Yes, Papa.
That you are what?
The best, Papa.
And you are highly
blessed, Papa.
Children, children.
Yes, Papa.
Remember your greatness.
Yes, Papa.
Never underrate this.
No, Papa.
Shall we celebrate this?
Go, Papa.
Hey, never forget how great you are.
No, we won't.
Never forget how great you are.
No, we won't.
Never forget how great you are.
No, we won't.
Never forget how great you are. In order to be great, you have to think that you're great. In order for your powers then to start generate. In order for your seven senses to operate, you have to get your mind and your body in a shape. Well, if you think alive, then try meditate. Your innermost self, you have to try and locate. Through the valleys in your mind, you must navigate. Hey, if you want to reach that ultimate state, yes, you're gonna be someone. Then things say you're not ready, me say prove them wrong. Say up amongst the greats, that's where you belong. And if you forget, just remember this song. Come on. Children, children.
Yes, Papa.
Always remember.
Yes, Papa.
That you are what?
The best, Papa.
And you are highly
blessed, Papa.
Children, children.
Yes, Papa.
Remember your greatness.
Yes, Papa.
Never underrate this.
No, Papa.
Shall we celebrate this?
Go, Papa.
Hey, never forget how great you are.
No, we won't.
Never forget how great you are.
No, we won't.
Never forget how great you are.
No, we won't.
Never forget how great you are.
No, we won't.
Never forget how great you are.
No, we won't.
Never forget how great you are.
No, we won't.
Never forget how great you are.
No, we won't.
Never forget how great you are.
No, we won't.
Never forget how great you are.
No, we won't.
Never forget how great you are.
No, we won't.
Never forget how great you are.
No, we won't.
Never forget how great you are.
No, we won't.
Oh no, we won't. What?
Gotta love it.
That was awesome. Yeah, that was awesome. I have two young nieces, so I really like that one. It reminds me of them, and I always try to impart that to them, like, you know, like, you can do what you came here to do. Like, you know, you have that within you. Like, you are like sacred, and yeah, no one can. Sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. I'm getting kind of tired here, but there's something else I was gonna say, but do you want to go ahead and jump in, Cherry?
Oh, I firstly want to thank you for sharing your thoughts, all of you. And yeah, I love Maccabee. He's like divine earth dad. Like he's just like doing the spiritual dad thing, and just trying to
Our
offer
granddaddy.
wise counsel. Yeah, granddaddy, to offer wise counsel to the next generations, and just like making it kind of danceable and fun and easy to digest, slower rate, so that, and like catchy, chorus, so that they can remember the songs. And like my kid sings the songs that it's like masterful rhetoric, magician level stuff he's doing.
Yeah, I'd echo that. My kids love that song too, and they all sit there and sing along with it. And that repetition, and it's like, never forget how great you are, and that shit is just going over and over and over in their head, and it's the opposite of the music that we were listening to as kids, like, and so it's just to let them know that they have that ability is and to not thwart them and hold them back and to limit their imagination and all that, I think is one of the most empowering things you can do for the children. And I love the symbolism in the well, I'll say I like Maccabee because unlike a lot of the reggae, he's kind of straightforward. It's not encoded at all. It's in plain language. It's right there, like he's telling you exactly what he's trying to tell you. And so I really do appreciate that aspect of it, especially for the kids. They're getting the message very clearly. But there's one part in the video that I really like. The parents are kind of sitting there arguing and the kids listening to the music, and then the parents see that they actually sit down and start listening with the kid, and it's like the child many times really is the teacher that helps to raise the children or the parents, to help the parents finally figure it out and come online. And I liked how he had that symbolism in there, and finally the parents got their shit together and joined in. And so it really is you're always learning, even if you're a teacher, and children, even in their nascent state, still are able to teach so much, and it's pretty beautiful. And yeah, that having that repetition for the kids is just fantastic.
You want to go, Theo, or should I say something real quick? Because you got to navigate through your mind state.
Yeah, cool song.
You're great.
Yeah, that's funny. Funny Maccabee is brought up like, because actually I'm not sure I really knew about him before, and then like about a week ago, my mother sent me one of his TikTok videos, like you sent a few days later, Derek, and yeah, I thought this was a very synchronicious thing. So now he's brought up here, so cool to hear him. That's a funny flip on that track, like the instrumental. I forget what song it was, but it's like
Baby, if you give it to me, I give it to you.
that was the original sort of thinking on it. Yeah. Yeah, that's a classic. So it's a fun flip on that, and yeah, very very good for children.
Well, also it's genuine music magic to use the instrumentals from a track about hedonistic, non-generative union, where it's just about the pleasure and not about being a responsible adult that is going to cultivate the next generation. And so he took that track and he made a song about that.
That's alchemy. That's cool.
Yeah, I love that shit. Especially, yeah, it's such a popular, the melodic, hypnotic type of beat that just, it hooks people right in, especially if they don't even like that type of music. It'll still get stuck into your eardrums or whatever and just play like a broken record until it breaks your mind sometimes, as if that was part of the design, right? What the fuck? No. But hey, What Me Eat Wednesdays. And what about the Medical Mondays, man? Holy smokes. Y'all check out Maccabee. I've been on his shit for years.
Cucumba.
Yeah. Cucumba. What it do?
Now the Jamaicans swear they don't say it like that in Jamaica because he is I'm pretty sure a British Jamaican.
Fair enough.
But I find it's pretty funny.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I was alluding to he has a series of, you know, for folks listening out and for y'all too, he would put out, you know, little short clips. There's just like 1 minute and it leaves you with an enlightened, you know, with more knowledge, just like a grin from ear to ear type of thing. And you're just like grooving with that all day sometimes and stuff. Wednesdays, it would be like, what me eat Wednesdays, you know, and his, you know, accent and all that stuff, you know, what am I eating on this Wednesday? And just goes over like it's one vegetable or a fruit and just, you know, rhyme about it and talk about the benefits and all this stuff. Or you talk about, you know, medical Mondays of, you know, more health oriented benefits of, you know, certain fruits and vegetables and stuff. And so it's really fascinating and so creative. And I love that type of articulation and like wordplay and like word sound power to all that knowledge as well, right? So yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Speaking of word sound power, because knowledge is power and knowledge reigns supreme, which could be the acronym of a certain KRS-One, which is what Theo brought to us tonight, and talking about opening up your eye. So what's up with that, guy?
Let us play it, man.
Let's go for it.
Open your eye. The real you. Get off the slave ship. The culture made me. There isn't too much that amaze me. There isn't too much that can faze me. Awoken awake how I stay be. I'm freeing my people from slavery. But rappers are looking for slavery. Losing their bravery. Spitting the crazy. Slavery's always new to these babies. Knowledge reigning supreme. Look how I'm gleaming. Never deceiving. Steady achieving. Better believing. When I'm MCing, I rap for a reason. I'm not with the treason. Rappers be thieving. Money is what they believe in. I'm bringing the heat. They bringing the freezing. Time to switch up the season. Above and beyond. I'm way too advanced. These rappers ain't standing a chance. I give them a glance, they pissing their pants. I'm waking them up from their trance. I rock like an avalanche in a battle stance. I don't have to dance. The K to the R to the S1. It's the best one. It's unanimous. Now that I got your attention, here's the direction. Here's what I came here to mention. Slavery still in effect. It's economic. Prison is just an extension. Free yourself from working for pension. Free yourself from doubting and guessing. Free yourself. Your mind is a weapon. This ain't a song, it's a lesson. You got to open your eye. You have got to open your eye. You have got to open your eye. You have got to open your eye. You got to open your eye. You have got to open your eye. You have got to open your eye. You have got to open your eye. Yo, time for my people to raise up. Time for our leaders to face up. Politics ain't gonna save us. Following them will enslave us. A black president, did it change what? Looking around, it's the same rut. So many people just stay stuck. Looking around like they lame ducks. Year after year, it's the same shit. Vote for me, I'm gonna change it. All of them read from the same script. Look at this is some fake shit. They lying, but you just take it. The lights in the flash, you crave it. They teach it in class to obey it. For real, this is a slave ship. Like citizenship is a slave ship. Like scholarship, this is a slave ship. The way that we really obey shit. We going along with enslavement. You'll never be free cause they made you. You're walking and talking like they do. It's really exactly how slaves do. Believing in shit that just ain't true. This is the truth that will save you. This is the door to escape through. The music is just to relate to. But really, they trying to break you. For real, they trying to take you. Cause slavery, that's what they do. You hate yourself cause they hate you. Be the real you, not the fake you. You got to open your eye. You have got to open your eye. You have got to open your eye. You have got to open your eye. You got to open your eye. You have got to open your eye. You have got to open your eye. You have Let's go to that next joint. Give me something raw and hard.
Damn. Man, do I want him on the headliner. Ugh,
Fuck yeah, right? Damn.
amazing.
Theo, you want to reel it in, brother? If not, no worries. I don't know if there's a delay. I will just say that I'm such a fan of that wordplay and just how KRS-One has a lot of styles that I think a lot of people underestimate or just, don't really recognize because he's just been around for so long sometimes. He's like the great granddaddy of rap type of thing sometimes in my eyes, especially on that, teacher type of thing and like his agency. And, on that track, he just, whips it out like, your granddaddy whipping off the belt like, hey man, I'm doing this out of care because you're just like out of line, man. You're not holding yourself accountable and all this stuff, and like shit's just not right. So you gotta wisen up sometimes, like metaphorically, right? Like open your eye, the inner eye, and people can't see it, but the song is spelled double parentheses eye. Kind of like that inner eye, the first eye, not just the third eye. You can take it to the first eye. And going back to what you were talking about as far as like the Trinity, Chris, this song is clocked in at 3 minutes and 33 seconds to keep the thoughts, emotions, and actions in alignment. A word up to KRS for his proper assignment or whatever.
Yeah, man, you said everything I wanted to say, basically.
Oh man, I wanted you to go first too. Shit, my bad, yo.
No, I have internet issues, so it's a bit awkward for me right now. But yeah, you really said it, man. It's a really cool track, and I really feeling his delivery and his style. I mean, I've been aware of him for quite a while, but only recently I really got into his music in a deeper way. And I just really appreciate him. I agree with Jerry. He would be the most incredible headliner for SoundPath to Freedom. I think he really is the model for conscious music that is about freedom and education, edutainment, as he also says.
Yeah, what did he say? He said, "When I'm emceeing, I rap for a reason," and you can tell. Obviously, he does that with his lyrics. He's very intentional, and he's not mincing any words. Slavery's still in effect. It's just economic, and so many people can't seem to equate these two things, and there's just so many examples, and once you see it, it's just so clear. And so that's why it's like once you open your eye and see it, you see it everywhere, and it's just it's you kind of are like, how does everybody else not see it? And so it's and then you look and you actually see it. Really, they're telling you not only in all the music and all the in the movies and the show, it's everywhere. You just need to open your eye and see it. And it's obviously what he's trying to convey here, and he does a great job.
Yeah, I was just gonna add that once you have the eyes to see it, and when you are aware of your eye and your eye, as we've been talking about, you see that everything is currently, the condition is slavery. And it's like, what are you going to do about it? You're just going to sit there and take it? Or are you going to be part, again, let's start getting the news of this natural law stuff out, guys. You guys are doing it, but collective, like, so that we can just move on to evolution, please.
Yeah, yeah, you're right on, Jerry. That's basically the main takeaway I want to help give the people. Also, is the self-responsibility, and then taking the knowledge and applying it, and then doing what is needed in these times, right here and now, in the present. Not putting that off. We need to deal with these things. But what will the consequences be if we don't? we have, thousands of years of history to look back on, showing us where it leads, and it's been pretty fucking terrible. So I think we have all the motivation. We should be fucking motivated, because we know where this goes, and we know what happens when good people do nothing and remain silent. So yeah, we have to take the knowledge and just fucking do the best we can with it. We're meant to do that too. We're meant to do that. We came here to do that. We're meant to thrive on this planet here and now. We're meant to thrive on this planet, not in a spiritual realm, beyond this. I mean, not that doesn't exist. I'm just saying we're meant to be doing that here. Like, this is meant to be, more of a heavenly, divine world. It is, it is divine, but you know what I'm trying to say. Do the work here and now. Like, we can build that here, and our higher self holds us accountable to that, and we will experience the self-loathing and the self-dislike and the internal dissonance when we don't step into that. We're not acting with the agape love and the moral goodness, and all that. And I think I should probably stop there, but yeah, that song was awesome though, and super hard hitting, and I definitely would have gravitated to that as a young person and been like, okay, yeah, he seems to know like what he's talking about. Like he's like he said in the song, like, I'm rapping for a reason. There's the care behind it, the proper care, the like what I was just saying, the agape care. So I guess I'll wrap it up at that. But yeah, great choice, and I want to listen to a lot more of his music. So yeah, thank you, Theo. Awesome song. And maybe we can move on, to my next one, or I don't know.
Yeah. What do we got? I wanted to say real quick that I'm so disappointed. I was hoping someone would mention it. No, I'm just kidding. Not disappointed at all. But just a couple tracks ago, it was kind of really similar to the Diesel Automatic track, talking about like, open your eyes type of stuff, or my eyes are open now type of thing. And what did both songs have in relation to that? The female in the chorus. Beautiful thing, right? Let that melody sing. And sometimes, when you hear KRS-One and like switching up the cadence just to like go measure per measure with, the lyrics with the beat and stuff, it doesn't rub people the right way sometimes. And, I get that, yet, it's just, that's lyricism with music, like you can hear a lot of people, anyone could write rhymes and stuff, and myself included, but I seem to always come offbeat and stuff. So I'm always fascinated as to how people can, get their cadence in sync with the beat and all that stuff. So props to all that, and like being able to be versatile with the style, even on the freestyle. What? Nathan, what do we got for you, man? From you, rather.
It's Maria West. I can't roll my R's, but there you go, Maria West. River of Light, I believe is what it's called, River of Light. And the way she sings this is so cool, and it's just the most like just raw from the heart singing, and such a unique way of doing it too. And this kind of gets into solutions in terms of like the inner work and like realigning with truth and all of that, and like the deeper solutions in consciousness and all of that, where we got to do the work inside, and then we can bring that consciousness into situations, because we've attained clarity and wisdom, and we understand right from wrong, and we can act with that. So yeah, let's just go ahead and roll it. Yeah, awesome song.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and do it, and completely forget that I had this lined up for last one, but I was like, I want to hold it up for that. But I'm really grateful that you selected it yourself. Yeah, I love to see other people highlight and respect Maria's work as well. And I also respect the fact that you pronounced her name correctly. There's no rolling of the R. It's more silent, like Spanish, if you will. So props. You don't pronounce the J as a Marja. It's Maria. Mari West. Yeah. One of the best in the place to be, mon ami. And this song is quite lovely. So here we go.
Give up the perfect body, give up the numbed out mind, give up the fight for money, give up the lust for power. We've got to flow with the river of light in waters that wash us clear. We've got to flow with the river of light towards truth so hard to fear. Give up the righteous, give up the martyrs, give up the victims, give up the tyrants. We've got to flow with the river of light in waters that wash us clear. We've got to flow with the river of light towards truth so hard to fear. Every moment, every step towards His greater light. Every breath that we take, the beat of our hearts. Forgotten is a search for truth. I know we're ready. Oh, knowing the seductive beat. Longing through the river of light is leading us to the truth. We've got to flow the river of light towards truth hard to see. We've got to flow with the river of light towards truth so hard to feel. Hard to feel, hard to feel. Wow, so hard to feel.
Yeah, beautiful song. It's amazing. Great video too. The imagery is like perfect. There's even like layered symbols and like the seed of life with like the double helix and the sacred feminine, masculine, like divine forms. And like, yeah, that was just, yeah, awesome video and imagery that just perfectly syncs up with what she's saying, and like the light in the heart center, you know, like an awakened being who's really acting with more of like a Christ compassion and all of that. Did you guys want to say anything? Or yeah, of course you do, but if anyone wants to jump in, go for it.
Yeah, holy smokes. I've heard this melody quite a bit. I've actually lived with Maria for several months, a couple times, around like 2 years ago, actually. And she's got like a grand piano and like another piano and like another piano hiding somewhere. And so she'll just, waltz around the place, hop on the piano. Not really singing all the time, but it's just lovely. And so, yeah, just such a magical, sacred space that she cultivated in her home. And yeah, that song evokes that sweet surrender, right? Give up all those things. And then what do you have when you strip away everything? What are you worth? What do you actually, who are you, right? and it's kind of like that alchemy process as well. One of the initial stages, washing away the calcinated falsehoods that have been burnt, right? That's it's not just burning away the stuff. It's got to get washed away, separated, distilled, coagulated, and all that stuff, right? And talking about, like, at the end, she's talking about so hard to feel, like it is hard to feel for a lot of people, just like tapping into their emotional intelligence. And what she talks about a lot in her videos is and I love this terminology she uses, the tender, crunchy morselettes of those details of that, the matters of the heart that are sometimes quite hard for people to really talk about or articulate, or they can be triggering and all this stuff. But we have to address them. We got to surrender to them, and maybe possibly let those emotions wash over us, but try to be the objective observer of that, not be triggered and act from the emotions that could be triggering us or in what we observe. Just let them wash over, and deal with them later. Or in other terms, like sleep on it, think about it, meditate on it, whatever, right? So yeah, there's a lot of stuff to consider. Yeah, that video was really well done. I actually featured this video at the end of a really epic chat I had with her for like 3 hours long on Welcome to the Universe, the title is, and that was inspired by her. She's got a couple videos about that. I'm dragging on a little bit too long, but last thing I'll say is that I really appreciate the video editing of this. I forget who the producer was. I forget if the name was flashed on it. I think it was in the beginning, but yeah, I was totally honored to collaborate with her on a similar type of song. It's more like spoken word with some melodies, collaborated with a really cool guy, Om, and I did the visuals to it. The video is titled Lover's Touch. And it's really long. It's like 10 minutes. I won't share it on the SoundPath watch party, but yeah, let's keep the show rolling though, because yeah.
I recently came across her work. I was listening to your interview with her, and was familiarizing myself with her music. First of all, just speaking purely vocally, musically, she is excellent. She's clearly classically trained. She knows how to belt like Broadway. She knows how to do the classical vibrato. She knows how to use her resonance, her nose, and like vocally like get that almost like Celtic, like nasally kind of like clear pitched voice sound, that bell like sound when she needs to, and then she like dials it back and like does like this throaty singing. She's very dynamic singer. Excellent, just on that level. And then you got the lyrics, and then you have the symbolism, and then you have the metaphors, and it's like, whoa, like she's the whole package. She's amazing. She's really just from hearing her speak, and from hearing her sort of right brain sort of activities, she's got a very clear holistic picture of what's happening, and yeah, amazing work she's contributing to the One Great Work.
Yeah, I'd echo that. Just the visuals, the lyrics, and just the overall sound is just all on point. And at the beginning, she really focuses on what we need to kind of let go of and kind of say no to, and really that is, as Derek mentioned, that is the start of the journey. And it's kind of the part where I guess people probably have the most resistance, but obviously the most rewarding. So great song.
Well, what can I say, guys? You already said it. Mario West, one of the best, if not the best. Yeah, definitely incredible truth speaker and seeker, writer, philosopher, and a great provocateur as well. So I think those qualities of her follow through with her amazing, talented music. So I listened to her whole album, and it's got so many amazing tracks like this, and different styles as well. She's quite funky with it, a bit like me. So I really appreciate that.
Hell
I'll
yeah.
have to listen. Yeah. Yeah, I'll have to listen to the whole album. I'm not sure which album that song was from, but yeah, I want to listen to more of her music though in general. And yeah, I'm also really impressed by her work. I haven't studied it, in depth as I want to, but I'm going to be doing that. And I know she focuses a lot on like recovering from trauma and stuff. And I know she works with people who've been through like the worst of the worst of what a person can experience. So that to me, like I really that like rings that I really appreciate that. Just from one person to another, I think that's just awesome that she does that. It takes a lot of compassion, and which is something I really look for in people. Like a sincere compassion and all of that. And forget what I was gonna say. Did anyone want to add some closing thoughts?
I know you have to go, Nathan, but thank you so much for all your choices this evening. Excellent, thoughtful choices.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, I have to sign off. I'm house sitting for a client right now, and I have to feed the dog and all of that. So yeah, I'm gonna have to jump off. But thank you to everyone, and this was awesome, and I'm looking forward to the next one. And yeah, cool. I'll have to watch the rest of this when it's uploaded. So yeah, keep going, keep going.
Yeah, because spoiler alert, the next track I shared it with Maria a couple years ago. I was like, damn, this woman, she reminds me of you if you were like like a East Coast rapper actually. So stay tuned.
Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, I will. I will. Yeah.
She was digging it too. So yeah.
All right, cool guys. All right, yeah.
Good night.
Enjoy. Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Nathan.
Nice meeting you, Chris. Yeah. So I'll catch you guys later. Catch you later. Bye. Have fun.
Thanks. So as I was saying, yeah, this woman, Ty Phoenix is her name. Well, real quick, because Maria West, for folks listening, her channel on YouTube and her website, you can just type in mariawest.com if you want, or Love, Truth, and Beauty.
Can you spell her name? Because I'm actually unfamiliar with her. That's the first time I'd heard her.
Oh yeah, no worries. Marja, then West.
I got there was a J in there somewhere, but I was trying to guess, but I figured I'd just ask.
Yes.
Derek has a great interview with her.
Awesome.
You can kind of see her like scholarly side.
Yeah, she's a wizard, and she's been since she was like a teenager in like the 70s or 80s or something. She's OG with it, even though she doesn't appear that way, but it is what it is. And this woman seems to be OG, although I didn't seem to think she's been around for decades, but she seems like she's got, a lot of years under her belt. This rapper of the song, Ty Phoenix, is the MC, and the song is Too Deep. And it's got that like Barry White heavy bass and just like flavor in your face. And the lyrics are well up in there as well. And she's kind of reminds me of like that KRS-One track in what we talked about, because she just like lays it down on folks as well. And it's dope and brings up some cool esoteric references as well. And like things like with the tarot and shit like that, astrology. And I don't think she's down with Obama either. And I like that reference that KRS-One had. I forgot to mention that. I had it written down of just and how it sucks that, a lot of, folks, it's, African Americans, right? They were loving the idea of having an actual, black president and all that stuff, but they got a draconian Oreo in place of that, and folks went buck wild for that, not knowing that government is slavery first and foremost, but not even realizing how whack that presidency was. But it is cool to see folks like KRS-One just be like, man, y'all were down with that Obama shit. Like, what the hell? Anyway, so get as offended as you want or whatever, right? Fucking like government slavery, mother lovers. Ready for that conscious slap? Here we go.
Time to hit him with that force again. I keep burning up the page with my scorching pen. No remorse, lyrically I torture them. They on bended knee, Kaepernick and Boys to Men. This is fate, let that wheel of fortune spin. I'm here for one reason only, of course, to win. Your ego gets shattered like cracked porcelain. I am black awesomeness, you became a boss when. Shh, let the grand wizard mother speak. My lyricals be making love, then they hug the beat. Niggas trying to go viral off of funny tweets, but your money weak. Please go and have 100 seats. Real beautiful goddesses never coming cheap. Incredible women be rare like bloody meat. Ain't nothing sweet. All these rappers be redundant. They peak, they bout to plummet and confront defeat. Every new moon my words get spoken clear. I bring empowerment, y'all invoke fear. But when the dust settle and all the smoke clear, I'm like Rakim, ain't no jokes here. See, humans are just energy vessels with gases, liquids, essentially metals. Folks comprehend mentally at limited levels. You can be black and still be a genuine devil. Whoa, I goes in with the pen, I'm a rebel. Bring balance like the bass when it blend with the treble. Word, self-hate been a trend in the ghetto, and the pot can't always be defending the kettle. They plant distractions, confuse the issue, but I blew the whistle, they shallow and superficial. Keep it official, distinct, never cliche. All the things your favorite rappers never gonna say. Who the best rapper? I mean the best trapper. I outsmarted all them niggas, I'm a chess master. He be scheming, don't be listening to your messy pastor. Live your best life now, not in heaven after. Keep your eye out for the predators, the parasites. I feel them coming, Phil Collins in the air tonight. Ty illuminate the world when I share my light. It's not Ghostface and Nas, it's Barry White. Beautiful light show when you observe the chakras. Red, orange with the green, blue, purple, copper. Facts straight up and down, like perfect posture. A rapper, nah, true lyrical urban scholar. Still rolling through the hood, swerving in my Mazda. Healing masses with my words, verbal doctor. So while you petty hens steady get your cackle on, I'm up power meditating at the crack of dawn. The power prestige is what you often claim, but my magic lines up with my talk game. Sharp brain, spark flames, brutal bars of pains across my lane, and you gon' take that walk of shame. They toxic, wasted chemicals. I goes face to face and erase the imbeciles. I speak in it direct, I don't state subliminals. In the tarot, you're fucking with the ace of pentacles. I don't shed no tears for these hoes. Why? The God Marley said it, no woman, no cry. Energy vampires wanna suck your soul dry, cause they all possess demons in overdrive. Everybody love the light, but they never willing to look deep inside the shadow where there hides a villain. Break your soul's chains, shatter the barriers, make yourself great again, then America.
I'm gonna let someone speak on this first because I, spoke a lot bringing this into it. But any thoughts, first and foremost?
I loved it. There were certain moments where she talked a little bit about money, and I was like, that's just like a valueless system, but that's fine. Overall, the message was there, and just doing that shadow work, and she had a very sort of like casual rapping vibe, but actually, if you listen closely, the meter was there. Like she was like like same sort of percussive rhyming scheme. Um, and I'm just gonna say it. I'm a woman, okay? Like I get insecure sometimes about my body, especially as a mom. And like it's nice to see like a full-figured woman, like, just like rapping really well, and the music's good, and like the lyrics are good, and like she's like full-figured and like whatever.
Yeah, I think she was. I liked how she was real direct and straightforward, and she even said that she's going to come direct. And she brought up another thing that it seems to be kind of a theme. She said, "Live your best life now, not in heaven after." And obviously, that is something that really takes a lot of people off the path, assuming that this life is just for suffering for some, eternal forever greatness, and it's just like, if that was actually the case, what's actually the point of this? Like, it's like there would be no actual point if there was just some eternal, bliss with all your brethren, and, so I just, I love that message keeps getting brought up, because I think that, if we realize this is important, and we made it count, people would stop just wasting time and letting time go by just doing nothing, so yeah, I just like that's been a theme. I like to highlight that.
Cheers. Yeah. Yeah, I'd love to hear what Theo has to say. Unfortunately, he's got some internet issues. No worries. Hang in there, brother man. Uh, you know, when I first heard the song, I was like just like blown away, and just especially with that beat, it's just like slumping, and with like the lyrics that complement it is like, fuck yeah. Like even if it's not like the most like conscious, there could be some filler in there if you want to label it as such, and I wouldn't argue with it really. But that last line is just like, and I don't consider her saying that from a democratic standpoint, but she's talking about, kind of like make yourself great, then America, kind of like the whole, MAGA stuff, make America great again, and this and that. And, it kind of echoes what I've been, saying in videos and thinking about for years, of just, all these people talking about, yeah, the whole just like under the savior programming, make America great again. Yet, it's kind of like it takes a village, right? It takes people to make that happen in the aggregate. How many people are actually living in a state of greatness to actually materialize that and actualize that? How many, so there's a lot of people wanting to make America great again that lack greatness within themselves. So what the fuck is new? Like.
I think Theo's having some internet lagging issues, so maybe we can do his song next, and then he'll probably have to sign off. It sounds like.
Yeah,
Because of internet issues. Yeah, sorry, Theo.
I'll just add one thing real quick on that. I think, I've learned that some songs, or some researchers, or anybody who's information you're taking in, just because maybe they haven't got it all the way figured out just yet, doesn't mean you can't gain value from it. And it's like there was a lot of times where it's like, oh, this person doesn't get it, and it's like, so you would just write it off. But at the end of the day, even if they don't get every single piece, they can still be doing it from where they're at, and they're going to learn over time. And so, she obviously gets some good points of it, and is putting out a good message. And I think one thing too, like the pursuit of money, I guess, isn't inherently bad in itself, and it's like there's ways to go about it that aren't bad. And the doing producing things and benefiting from it is okay. But I do appreciate when they spend less time on base base ideas, and really use the lyrics for more valuable lyrics. But I just wanted to put that in because I have found it has helped me a lot to be able to get value from people even if they're not all the way there yet.
Yeah, for sure. Anything you want to add to that, Jerry?
I resonated with a lot of what you said, Chris, and I'll leave it at that for now. You
It's a very
may know some
hard-hitting song.
subtext. Yeah, so.
Ooh.
Yes, it's a hard-hitting song. Yes, Theo, we heard you.
Want to elaborate since your internet sounds good?
Maybe it's, I got a little window now. Okay, so yeah, I heard it before. There, I think you shared it before somewhere, maybe on one of your mixes or videos. Yeah. She's a great rapper, like kind of new school in a way. Like she's active these days, but she's kind of got that old school style at the same time. So she's kind of bringing that energy to a new era in a way, and like she's very blunt about it, like very in your face, lots of flavor, as you said, Derek, and yeah, it's kind of that provocateur, I guess, how you mentioned she's a bit like Maria. She's got that provocateur spirit, so it's cool, man. It's definitely it's good to trigger people sometimes. It's like you get stuff out of them. It helps with the shadow work.
Yeah, there's good approaches we can take with folks, and just like saying things like in general, not having to like direct them or speak to them directly and stuff, and then you get all the projections that are triggered out from them type of stuff. Yeah, I like that, Theo. And yeah, Chris, I feel you with what you're saying, and I feel like she kind of reeled it back in towards the end there, because she's like, in the tarot, you're fucking with the Ace of Pentacles, and what do the Pentacles represent?
I actually looked that up
material stuff and wealth and all that stuff. And yeah, and as you said, you had a balanced response with all it's like wealth isn't necessarily a bad thing and this and that. It's just how people have misused it and abused it, right? And becoming a materialist with those things, right? So yeah, and it's like pentacles, it's the earth symbol, and what has been the common theme with some of these female artists and things that have been evoked, that earth goddess, right, which you brought up earlier, Jerry. So yeah, it's cool. It's kind of common threads, it's really synchronicious, right? So yeah. So we got something not so much on the feminine side yet. Apparently some of these lodges secretly worship the feminine and all that stuff. Masonry, possibly. I don't know what they're alluding to in regards to Illuminati Congo with their song titled Luminous Lodge. Hearing that, does it make you want to get out of Dodge? No, don't be scared of the esoteric. Did you want to mention anything why you chose this one, Theo? Or
yeah, I wanted to throw another Illuminati Congo track in the mix for SoundPath for these sessions, because they got a lot of good material, and I feel like it's kind of esoteric, but at the same time it is also more straightforward. It's like it's metaphorical, but also not too like metaphorical that you can't get anything out of it easily, right? So yeah, I think that this track is a good example of that. I think there's another rapper as well, including Illuminati Congo. So let's get into it, then I'll elaborate more.
No knight in shining armor, just transcend my karma. Following my dharma, so you know we gonna prosper. Crystals in my ganja, I got crystals on my collar. I don't need no middleman, I'm going straight to the farmer. Now I'm the farmer, hold up, but what this life come to? Had to kick bad habits like that kung fu. Bro, you know what's below is above too. Cause our souls glow, truth, love when I come through. Hustle on the streets, we see many avenues. We been around the world and that's no cap too. I've been building with some girls, stacking up the capital. Make a Fibonacci swirl, make it look magical. And we going to the roots like it's a radical. Talking mathematical, this that naughty headed flow. Living life natural, in and out but on the go. She throwing it back like it's a lateral. Lot of X, a lot of O's, like it's tic-tac-toe. Climbing check a ladder go, use it as collateral. I prefer the herb, you can keep it shadow bro. Sheeple breaking out the patterns cause the system's about to blow. I flow, got the clones froze, low cones blow O's. Think about the path that we chose, tribe gon' roll. Toast smoke, two trolls, new earth be go. Blessings be stole, see gold, seed soul. Spitting solar flares, the breath of fire. Smoke, chant, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Guru Dev Gaya. Spin your chakras and let your time must expire. I'm spitting solar flares, the breath of fire. Smoke, chant, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Guru Dev Gaya. Spin your chakras and let your time must expire.
Reality, everybody got their own version. My policy, beyond grasping or reversion. The rhyme alkaline like Dr. CBG. Getting right in the mind off that CBG. It's all about what we do, not what we believe. Whatever we give, that's what we receive. No inner, no outer, both sides I devoured. No sinner, no saints, I go hard in the paint. The road is Zen spirit, Dzogchen awareness. Offering the merits of practice is coherent. I found my center, it's now or never. Remindfulness, I remember rap Terrence McKenna. My molecules are spirit, ingesting spirit molecule. Hologram appearing, illusion of the optical. Full and whole, yet it's empty and it's hollow though. Wavy party, is it a wave or a particle? Infallible, I call the audible. Switch up the noise you be kicking up. Is inaudible, nautical. On my travels through the seas of spirit, it's all I ever hear or ever see. Endlessly exploring mentally, extra sensory perception perfected in me.
Spitting solar flares, the breath of fire. Smoke, chant, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Guru Dev Gaya. Spin your chakras and let your time must expire. I'm spitting solar flares, the breath of fire. Smoke, chant, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Guru Dev Gaya. Spin your chakras and let your time must expire.
That was quite luminous, huh? It's quite contrary to the dull Illuminati, right? They got that dim false light bullshit, you know. It's quite dull. But that's my play on words on that.
Great track. They referenced several various scholarly sources ranging from Terence McKenna to esoteric, and I was just blown away by the amount of references and the great rhyming, very chill, kind of relaxed beat, but just, and we've talked about this previously, just like dense lyrics. That contrast is very cool.
Yeah, I thought it was a cool flow, cool wordplay, and obviously he dropped a bunch of stuff in there. It's cool when they drop in, some of the natural law principles. I really like when he said, "Whatever we give, that's what we receive." It's like that. That really is huge, and when you drop it in a nice vibe like that, it's like you can feel it. It's like there is more to it, and it's like if people could really just figure that little bit out, it's like, we could be in a whole lot better place.
Yeah.
All right. You guys said it right on. Yeah. You know what I brought with it. What I was going for when I presented this track. So They're really good at it. Illuminated Congo, they got lots of tracks like this that are like low key Neri Law rhymes. It's like it's really sinks in when it's coming with that kind of delivery. It's like sometimes you want to be in your face, and sometimes you want to be more low key. Like we gotta have different approaches, right? You cannot fight a war with only one type of gun. To bring a kind of a bit of a flip side metaphor, but you know what I mean. You also cannot defend yourself with only one type of shield. So yeah. But I'm having internet issues, guys, so that's why also I'm a bit not as coherent as maybe I would like to be. So apologies for that, and I hope my internet will be better for the next episode. But I think I'll have to sign off for now, unfortunately.
Yeah, you didn't really come out all that choppy on our end. All
right now, you're perfect in this moment.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Stick with us, man. You're all good.
Okay.
You're not frozen up or anything. But yeah, there was a reason why we featured Illuminati Congo on our website, nattylaw.com. Jeez, I forget the name of their album, but one of their albums are featured in the top 10 list of
Health, wealth, knowledge of self.
Voila, merci, mon ami. And yeah, that's a great album. And yeah, I put this out there a couple weeks ago, and I'm down to try this out with y'all in this group, these watch parties sometime, and do like mini contests. And it really doesn't matter if folks want to, select songs, or at least like one out of their 3 songs where we would all kind of take notes and like do like a count how many hermetic principles or natural law references were mentioned in a single song and stuff, and like see who's the winner, like what's the tally and all this stuff. And
I love that.
And so I just it's like, all right, I'm hearing some hermetic principles, so I'm gonna tally some up. It's like, oh shit, I got 1, 2, 3, 4. And yeah, obviously you mentioned the law of attraction. You get what you receive what you put out type of stuff, and that can also be applied to the law of Gebel, or equal energy exchange. Reciprocity, yeah. And they obviously mentioned the as above, so below, law of correspondence, and other aspects of that. They mentioned things about vibration, and of course, mentalism. So, yeah. Cool stuff. And yeah, definitely, I love that conscious slump type of vibe, music, rhymes, and all that stuff. So, yeah.
Also, quantum physics, wave or particle. I mean, it was just difficult to capture
Fibonacci.
everything. Yeah, everything that they mentioned was amazing, like very dense. Great introductory material for the person that may not be aware of these topics and want to go delve deeper. A great invitation for that, or for people that, oh gosh, I always meant to go into that person's work but I forgot, and so thanks for that reminder.
Cool. Yeah. Any other last words? I got Jerry's last track on deck from what is it, J9?
J9, yeah.
J9, yeah. The brothers you were talking about, like 2 hours ago. What's good with them? Maybe 3 hours ago at this point, but yeah. So.
Oh, I know. So J9, she's really great at embodying the divine feminine, the opposite of the unholy feminine. The unholy feminine is talked a lot about in Mark Passio's work, especially towards the sort of most latest season of his work, whatonearthishappening.com. So yeah, she really, instead of trying to be a submissive, quiet woman or a, loud, brash, independent woman. She's not playing into that either of those dialectics. She's just loving and admiring and respecting her brothers. And I love the song.
La 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 la. La 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 la. Ooh. This one is for all my brothers, keeping it real and showing all the sisters how you feel. I rate you, I appreciate you, you mean the world to me. Oh, this one is for all my brothers, even though things dread. You never let it stress your head, cause you're fearless and you're focused and you're free. It's really hard on the man them today, cause the system set away, and it seems like positivity no pay. But despite the negative, a few of them give us inspiration in the way they try to live. I mean, some really honest youth you can depend on for the truth, who not afraid to show the girl that she's the center of his world. The ones who are working constantly to support the family. It's time we take some time to state how much we appreciate you. This one is for all my brothers, keeping it real and showing all the sisters how you feel. I rate you, I appreciate you, you mean the world to me. Oh, this one is for all my brothers, even though things dread. You never let it stress your head, cause you're fearless and you're focused and you're free. It's really hard cause the answer's not so clear, and society no fear, and it seems that no one has the time to care. But I'm grateful for the fact that you always have my back, cause it compensates for everything we lack despite the constant state of strife. I'm glad I have you in my life, and when frustration starts to brew, I simply concentrate on you. Even when our plans go wrong, like a lion you stay strong. And since you deserve the best, expect it from your lioness. So this one is for all my brothers, keeping it real and showing all the sisters how you feel. I rate you, I appreciate you, you mean the world to me. Oh, this one is for all my brothers, even though things dread. You never let it stress your head, cause you're fearless and you're focused and you're free. Oh, you inspire me. Your life demonstrates that love is greater. You inspire me. You're truly a gift from the Creator. You inspire me to be a higher me. So if you require me, I am yours entirely. Oh, this one is for all my brothers, keeping it real and showing all the sisters how you feel. I rate you, I appreciate you, you mean the world to me. Oh, this one is for all my brothers, even though things dread. You never let it stress your head, 'cause you're fearless and you're focused and you're free. Oh, this one is for all my brothers, keeping it real and showing all the sisters how you feel. I rate you, I appreciate you, you mean the world to me. Oh, this one is for all my brothers, even though things dread, you never let it stress your head, 'cause you're fearless and you're focused and you're free. La 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 la. This one is for you.
Beautiful song. I just love that song. You know, I listen to that probably multiple times a day, but really, you know, that the part that really I just repeat over and over is, you know, you're fearless and you're focused and you're free, and it's just like that's really what we just need to embody. And um, yeah, you know, she's like you said, just the opposite of the inauthentic woman. And I even noticed it when I was younger. It's like the reggae makes it cool to be a good person. It makes it. It's like it's cool to do the right thing, to respect your woman, to take action, and to not, you know, to do what's right, and to stand up for injustice. And um, you know, she really you know, imagine if all the women were out there and it was like, yeah, if you're not moral, I'm not fucking with you. It's like that have it change pretty quick, you know. And if more women actually cared about that, and you know, she even said it's like they don't have the time to care. And that's the issue. If we just had a little bit more care, you know, the women really could invoke a lot of a lot of action um, in a short amount of time. You know.
Yeah. I you know, in my partnership with John, I think about how we both have gone through our own sort of divine, feminine, masculine, balancing spiritual journey, like individual experience. And like, it's not a competition. Like, we're not trying to one up each other. We are trying to complement each other and work together to, you know, spread truth, like, and morality, like, and shouldn't, why can't those, we're very hyper aware that like not a lot of people get to experience that level of like agape love and like relationship. I'm talking about you, honey. He's like, whatever. Anyway.
The Revelator. Sorry, go for it, Theo. I got you, man.
Oh, right. Thanks, man. Yeah, I just want to say I really love this song. I first heard it when you shared it, Chris, in our Telegram group, which is, by the way, public. You can all join it. We can share conscious music like this. And you shared it, I think, right after I shared my Saga mixtape. And I felt like this song was like a gift from the universe of like appreciation for, you know, the divine masculine. It's so needed out there to hear that divine feminine, like appreciating the divine masculine. We need more music like this. This is incredible. And this live performance is just beautiful. And you can really feel that it's really coming from the heart. So it's incredible. This is for me a real spotlight.
I want to add that it also takes spiritual alpha woman to recognize another spiritual alpha woman and not have it degenerate into cattiness or competition on that level as well with fellow women. Like, there doesn't need to be one. Like, we can all appreciate each other in general, right? So that's needed in many interactions.
Yeah, just take it as inspiration. We're all meant to become divine masculine and feminine within and without.
Word, yeah. And just from, from female to male, especially in this world, yeah, a lot of, it's the matrix is so fucked up, right? And, it's been like this for centuries, and you just see men running themselves ragged through the 9 to 5s or whatever. It could have been worse in the past or whatever, right? All for what? To, put, food on the table, as they say, and all this stuff, right? Or even just, to first and foremost, if they're single or whatever, they got to put food on their own table, So, yeah, it does help a brother man to hear wonderful appreciation and affirmations from the divine feminine and stuff. And like in her song, it's like she's speaking to the divine masculine in like the proper positive attributes that she appreciates and is inspired from and of. And yeah, it's, I kind of have to glaze over it, otherwise I'll get all teary-eyed about it, because it is that profound and heartfelt and just motivational, and it really touches your soul, and it helps you want to do more and inspire more of that feminine, because just like that kinetic energy, that positive energy that builds up, as you said, that complements, right, Jerry? So yeah, it's a beautiful thing.
I'm so glad to be doing with this with you guys. Very grateful.
Yeah, likewise.
Yeah,
Good
appreciate
fun.
you all. Like, speaking of appreciation, like, we're doing this from all different regions of the world, all different time zones, all different sleep hours. Derek, you want to say something about your sleep hours?
I think I've said enough many times, but yeah, it's 7:45 in the morning, and I've been up since 10 o'clock yesterday. So yeah, we're going on a 24-hour
24
killing
hours.
spree, yo. It's good. You got to live for this shit sometimes, but hey, it's worth it. Even if you got to burn the candle at both ends sometimes, my friends. Pleasure and honor to be with y'all.
Yeah,
We got one more
I
track though, by the
appreciate it.
way. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. But before we get into that last track, any other sentiments or comments about the last song?
Oh yeah, like I just think I mentioned my partner John, but this just goes for like, you guys, just like anyone that I'm doing the one great work with, I'm honored to be with sisters like Sarah Cross, and I'm honored to be with brothers like you guys. Like, this is great that we can come together, transcend the gender divides that they try to program us with, and just like be like spiritual adults about it, and like, try to share wisdom with others.
Likewise.
Yeah, and I want to correct myself real quick with, and it goes to what you were saying, Chris, of how yeah, women should, proper conscious women should, not follow, order followers, or be an order follower themselves, right? And an order follower is someone that's, acting in immoral actions because they're not, having that proper conscious free will choice within their daily lives, especially under their quote unquote job, and they're just following orders, right? Or I'm just doing my job, right? Even if it's immoral, yeah. And where to go from there, eh? And yeah, the triple F, I like that. The fearless,
focused and free.
Fuck yeah! Thank you.
Yeah,
I like that. Yeah, powerful. And the place to be. So we got another track from the Pyramid.
Yeah, Kabaka Pyramid. This would be a great one to end out on, and it's something. It's something obviously that's kind of been another theme that's been brought up, but I think really this song just embodies agape. It's called Worldwide Love, and he really he talks about how in the Greeks there was more than one kind of love, and so many people think like when they hear reggae music and they're talking about one love, and love is the solution and love is the only absolute, and it's like they hear that and they think like, oh, like peace and love is somehow going to fix things. It's like, no, that's not what they're talking about. They're talking about true love for humanity, like a selfless love that transcends any brotherly love or familial love or romantic
Agape.
love. Like it's yeah, exactly. And it's he explains that very well, and I think he does a great job, and the video is great, and it's really an inspiring song. And if we could all just work from this understanding that we all are, one in creation, we it's just like all these so-called differences are just really irrelevant, and at the end of the day, we all bleed the same blood. We all come from the same source. So we need to just get over all these seeming differences.
When we speak of love, it's not just something you have for one person. Love is impartial, it's immaterial, it can't be divided, About a pyramid again. Me say no, yeah. Telling him again, no. Ooh, yeah. So when we talking worldwide love, take note. I'm singing of a worldwide love. From the seas in the ground to the skies up above, this is a worldwide love. Not just my family and friends, all my enemies, me send this a worldwide love. You coulda rich, you coulda poor, still me give you more of this worldwide love. Do away with the hate and grudge, we are a human race. Many different colors, many hues and shades. Some ear picky, some smooth and straight, but the same blood that flowing out with tubes and veins. Tell me if you ever side love or separate. Living as one, that's our ultimate fate. I no see why them a try dominate. Love it at the source where the isle create. No matter what's the time or place in this worldwide love. From the seas in the ground to the skies up above, this is a worldwide love. Not just my family and friends, all my enemies, me send this your worldwide love. You coulda rich, you coulda poor, still me give you more of this worldwide love. Just do away with the hate and grudge. The love you're not partial. Love with the soldier, the police and the corporal. This next generation, the youths are not normal. Love and anything, watch how you live it royal. Love in your soul and your soul is immortal. Now get me wrong, me love my blackness, but spiritually there is only one exactness. What is immaterial can never be separated, and that's a fact. Yes, me say we need worldwide love. From the seeds in the ground to the skies up above, this is a worldwide love. Not just my family and friends, all my enemies, me send this a worldwide love. You coulda rich, you coulda poor, still me give you more of this worldwide love. Just do away with the hate and grudge. Love are the power of attraction. Bind us together like the web the spider sat on. It's different from affection, it's different from infatuation. Any verb or any action. Many lurking, many factions. Many religions try to tell you what is love and then I got none. I beg you look in your heart. Be careful what you put in your thoughts. Be smart and seek for the worldwide love. From the seeds in the ground to the skies up above, this is a worldwide love. For all my family and friends, all my enemies, me send this your worldwide love. You coulda rich, you coulda poor, still me give you more of this worldwide love. No, hey, worldwide love, that is what I'm giving. Worldwide love, nah do no killing. love, never been a shilling. No, 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 hey, hey. Worldwide love, take it to a China, down a Australia, North and South America, then a Europe, straight go to Africa. We spreading this a worldwide love. From the seas in the ground to the skies up above. This is a worldwide love. You coulda rich, you coulda poor, still me give you more of this worldwide love. Not just my family and friends, my enemies me send this your worldwide love. No, 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 no. Hey, hey. Ooh, yeah. Worldwide love. Ay, 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 ay. It's all we need. To fall on the knee. Oh, gosh. Kabaka pyramid that will be telling them. Ay, 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 ay.
Soccer fan, huh? I played for 20 years, man. Cheers, I guess, but yeah. And
he's a big Barcelona fan.
oh shit, yeah, that's my favorite Spanish club. And you know, bread and circus aside, in my experience, especially like in high school, that sport unified a lot of people, especially, you know, growing up in California, San Francisco, right? The Bay Area all day, son. What?
I played soccer all growing up too.
Ooh, cuidado.
Oh my God, we're all three from. Wait, Chris, Derek.
Track.
and-
Sorry to interrupt. Just
Oh shit.
yeah.
Sorry, Theo. Ah.
Sorry to interrupt, Jerry. I'm really sorry, God. I have to go now. That's
Okay.
it. My TED is bad anyway, so I'm really sorry about that, guys. But great
Right on,
episode,
Theo.
great tracks. I really, really enjoyed it.
Right on, brother. Take care.
Have a good night, man.
He's just jealous that, you know, we're all from San Francisco and not him. No.
Yeah, we're all from the Bay Area. Yeah, we should talk about this. When else is this like?
Oh shit.
Keep going. Sorry.
No, you're all good. Yeah, I was just gonna say that there was a connection that, you know, like some kind of bond, sometimes a brotherhood, especially playing with the boys in the yard or recess and stuff, and just like there's a ball and folks are just kicking it around or hacky sack or whatever, and it's just, I don't know, there's not a lot of words being spoken a lot of times, but there's just like some kind of bond that gets people together, and like you interact with people that you normally wouldn't at all, and you enter into other people's worlds, especially on the Hispanic side. You know, in California there's a lot of them, and so I had the, you know, like little sneak peek, if you will, through soccer, and also working with some of them in restaurants and stuff as well. So it was cool, and picking up on the language a little bit as well. So yeah.
Yeah, I played with Brazilians as well, and you know, got to meet a lot of different people, and you know, sports in general for me was really the primary avenue that I got to meet people and do any type of traveling or anything. So you know, it really is a way to open doors, and you know, as long as people don't get, you know, lost in the you know, I see the memes, and it's like the guy's all pissed off about his football team, but you know, when you actually bring up any type of truth, and they're just like, oh, I don't want to talk about that, and you know, so it's that's when it becomes a problem. But obviously being active and you know, playing in sports is a great way to bring people together. And but yeah, you know, I love that song. He brings up so much that's made me think. And you know, like one thing he said that, you know, really made me think for so long is like, you know, spiritually there's only one exactness, and what's immaterial can never be separated, and that's a fact. And so it's like, dang, if you actually consider that, you know, it's like all this apparent separation is really just apparent, you know. And if we could just you know, figure that out, it's like you'd realize the folly in doing harm to another, because is that even another, you know? And so it's like he's got so many lyrics that really make you think. And so much in this song, and then obviously it's just putting out such a good message. And he even talks about the police and the soldier, and not just my friends and my family, but my enemies too. And because that's what it has to be, because despite where those people are at, everybody's got to get elevated, like we got to get everybody's those these are the people and the consciousnesses that need to be uplifted. And so we got to figure that out, and it's not gonna love's obviously the most powerful force to do it. So um it's he's got a lot of great songs. I think he's one that doesn't spend too much time on bass ideas, and is really deliberate with almost all of his songs. Not that he doesn't have some, but like I said, I think those other songs are just kind of ways to appeal to get exposure. So then somebody goes in and looks at more songs, and then it's like, okay. Um, but yeah, he's got so many good songs. He's another one you could do an entire episode on, and he'd be great. If you can get him. I brought up that idea of putting together a natural law rhythm. And he actually just came out with his first or second rhythm, and so started making his own. So I'm gonna I'll reach out to him and a couple others, and see what could happen. It'd be pretty cool, though. Obviously, his message is in alignment with what we're trying to do, um, and he's got so many songs and so much good music.
Yeah, I wasn't familiar with his work until I started listening to your playlist and some of the recommendations you've dropped in the chat, and very impressed so far. I would like to delve more into his work.
Yeah, he'll really make you think.
Word, yeah. And it made me think of, that worldwide love. And in regards to like soccer, they got the World Cup and stuff. And so they're able to, manifest that and attain, this world stage thing. How can we attain, a state of worldwide love? What does that look like? How does that feel, right? People talk about 5D, but, there's barely any mention about 4D, as if they're trying to bypass something. It's like, yeah, it can't be leapfrogging consciousness. What are you bypassing over here? Kind of thing sometimes. And so it's like this wishful thinking, new age, wishy-washy stuff and stuff. I'm like, all right, good for
If we're
you.
leapfrogging anywhere, we're leapfrogging backwards at this point, it seems like.
Almost, yeah. And we can't be doing it, passively. We have to not have so much yang up in the thing, right? But we have to take control of our lives, and at the best of our capabilities with what we have available, are able to control within our lives, and be the cause point of that, not be caught up in the thralls of the plane of effects of the bullshit draconian systems and the matrix and all this stuff. And yeah, going back to what you were alluding to with the meme of stuff, and yeah, we got stadiums packed with tens and thousands of people, all cheering and having the shittiest time of their life if their team loses, right? Yet how many times do you see the same people get so fired up and passionate about things that really fucking matter in life? That's what you're talking about, right? I know that.
Exactly.
Yeah, flashed that quite a bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like same with the video game. People like, shit, I lost to Mario Kart or something like that. Well, what are you gonna do about a loser? Like,
Yeah, or I mean, even it's even worse. Some people are so emotionally tied up in just the politics or just television, reality TV. And it's just like that. That is the what they care about, and it shows.
It's oxymoronic reality TV. Yeah.
Yeah. The inversion, everything that's right and good.
Yeah, that's why we're trying to hold up proper, standards in the musical sense on this channel and the platform. So I appreciate everyone's contributions to this sound sampling session. If anyone has any last words, feel free, and down to close us out whenever you guys want.
Yeah, I'll just say again, appreciate you guys having me on. I appreciate what you guys have been doing. And happy to be contributing. Obviously music is powerful, and we can use this as a tool for what is good and right, and to uplift humanity, or can continue to be used as a tool to keep them down, everybody working for the weekend and drinking their life away, like as if that's something to aspire to. So I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys as well, and just yeah, again, all my divine brothers and sisters, but especially my brothers today, because I'm hearing that you're not getting enough feedback from your sisters about feeling appreciated, and I want to honor that, and speak that to you right now, that I do appreciate all that is being done for the one great work. I see all the tapestry that has been built, and I hope to add what I can into the mix.
Right on.
Oh yeah, grateful for you, Jerry. And that's what I appreciate about you, and taking initiative of the SoundPath to Freedom, the website and the Telegram group chat, and you're constantly participating in the funnel group chat as well. So yeah, it's great to see more folks being more interactive, and the fact that you can't even keep up with all these people putting out all this work is a great sign. It should be that way, and we have to understand that our friends and networking folks aren't necessarily our target audience, and that's totally fine, because we're looking to reach out those that need to hear it more than the folks that already kind of get it. Although the folks that get it can always appreciate things like this, because everyone appreciates some good music and stuff, and it's so yeah, I appreciate a lot of people's works out there, and whether male, female, yeah, I'm always rooting for more feminine voices, in the fields of the truth speaking realms and all that. And I understand this a little bit of a different dynamic in a sense, yet the truth is universal, and we all have that instrument within our vocal cords to speak forth from there, and so voila, we are musical beings.
The universe is spoken to existence.
Voila.
While you were talking, it sounded like a bullet train was rushing through. That's crazy.
What it do. Yeah.
Okay, you guys, something crazy happened. Hold on. I'll tell you in the after discussion. I can't tell you live.
All right. No worries. Yeah. Well, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for I can't wait to listen to this one. Chris, thank you so much, man. First time on, you seem like you've been at this for a while. Solid dude.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
And, hope to have you on more often, and keep on doing what you do, raising them seeds proper and all that good shit. And yeah, Jerry, likewise with you and yours. And John, have a bon voyage. I think you're heading up to Philly or something like that. And oh, really? Yeah. So that's all I got for this one. Peace out there. Jerry, Chris, you got any last words?
I know.
Gracias.
All right, you guys have a good night.
Likewise, y'all. Peace.
Somewhere in the sound, the color, the vibrations, the culture, we find another outlet. Music past expression, now brought to our attention. Very throughout in parallel, others in division.
responsibility brought